get so weak in the
knees, I can hardly speak.
I got the song inside of me.
I actually don't know the lyrics like that.
Okay, whatever. All right, episode, what did we say again? 6?
Yeah.
5 or 6?
Yeah.
It's one of those.
We'll
Episode 5. Episode 5.
What's up?
This is really good.
Very good.
Shout out Twisted Tea, our unofficial sponsor. Yeah, episode 4 or 5. We'll figure it out at some time. We got a special guest today, Mr. Hussein.
Don't do that.
TwinGQ.
No. This guy.
The man himself.
I think you guys.
A leader in the community.
Leader in the community, a very young up-and-comer leader, building his own brand, cultivating a creative space for himself to kind of really take advantage of different opportunities, climbing the corporate ladder.
Good basketball player too.
Hell of an athlete, just a philanthropist, a well-rounded human being, and to have this type of person in our city, this age bracket, is honestly an honor and a blessing to have people like this start doing these type of things that he's doing in the city, in this day and age, in this day and time, climate, all that stuff.
Very rare to see
Very.
a young black man like yourself step up the way you have, and it's inspiring. It's lovely.
Appreciate it, guys. I'm happy to be here. I just want to first say thank you guys for the opportunity to, have me bless the mic, the podcast. It's been a long time coming. Me and that, we go back.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? But, to see his lane that he's carving, and, you as well, OJ, and for, like I said, man, I'm just really in a humble space where you just pave the way for those that came before you, and, you just really just stay true, man, stay genuine. This is definitely a long time coming. It's like I said, it was a process, man, and, I'm just grateful for everybody that, been a part of this journey. You know what I mean? So, I just want to, like I said, it takes a village, man.
Yeah, it does. I couldn't
Amen.
agree more.
Yep.
Yeah.
So tell us about the brand. Where we started, where we want to go, where we are now.
Damn, so, 3 years ago, the TwinGQ brand was, really developed. I was seeing myself in different environments, and, I just had that vision, man. Personal branding was something I always admired, looking up to a lot of the, black leaders. We talked about Jay-Z and P. Diddy and, all those guys, and, that helm, and, I just seen how they represented themselves, and, I see myself, not to say at that level, but I seen the importance of, like, just branding and marketing myself, so I just kind of started it. I put together a website, and through that website, I felt like I had a platform where I was representing different brands, and to be able to go to different environments and, share my experiences, with my audience as well. So that's kind of how it started, 5 years later now, doing things with, like, the community and the whole marketing and basketball background. It's, like I said, it was a platform now where I could tap in different fields, so that's where we are right now. Big summer ahead, and I feel like to be able to rub shoulders with, like, Nike and, like, Canada basketball and, the top Premier Leagues like the Drew League and Dykeman,
yeah.
Pro City and all that stuff. It's, like I said, man, it's, never in my wildest dreams would I have thought that, a kid from Scarborough, living in the inner city, disadvantaged, would be able to do something like that, man. But like I said, it's, a lot of people that I met on the journey, and having guys, like you and Twee and Travis, a lot of dope people come out of our city, man, and just wanting to, feel that, that sense of succeeding at that level. You know what I mean? Like, just being a champion and winning, it's like, it's one of the greatest feelings in the world is when you say you're going to do something and you actually stick to your word, so being able to be, honorable and, having that sense of integrity is huge.
Yeah, no, I agree.
It's crazy how what basketball has done for a lot of us, right? Like, we all played, right? Some of us with pro aspirations, some of us just playing for, just for love, just for the love. But like, basketball is what connected me to almost everyone in this room, right? Facts. So it's crazy how you start playing basketball, and now from basketball you got something way left, but you're finding a way now to tie back
Absolutely.
to what you love and to make basketball that platform for you and for others. Y'all remember the Proud Family?
Yeah.
Of course.
Y'all remember Wizard Kelly? He always goes, it all started with an orange basketball.
It really did though.
It really did though. You know,
It's crazy.
and it's crazy how that whole thing comes full circle though. And it's like we're all playing for the same team. We're just like going different paths. We're all like cultivating along. But what makes it the biggest thing with that is keeping it all, bringing it back home
Facts.
to us.
Yup.
You know what I mean? Because we can't build. It's easy. It's harder to build as an individual, but you have to take what you learned through your own path, your own experience, and bring it back
bring it
to
all
each
back
other.
to one.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And like it's crazy because like sports kind of bridges the gap between community and culture.
Yeah.
You could be a kid from Sweden.
Yeah.
You
Excuse
know, you could be a kid from Harlem, New York. You could be a kid from Compton. Like different communities, but with one like aspiration for a sport,
Yeah.
you can bring everybody together.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
You look at the Raptors and their championship, and
Yeah.
like, just see how
We got international
our whole
team.
Yeah.
our whole city, our country came together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's people from Newfoundland that
They
probably
flew out.
never would have ever seen
Yeah.
that experience.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
no, I agree.
It's crazy to to see like the impact that basketball can have. You know, and it took me a long time to kind of just look at it from a different angle, man. I used to think about success in basketball is only reached
It's
by
only
playing
reached by
By playing pro or something.
at a certain level. You know what I mean? And I
agree.
had to really redefine my focus, man. It's like, yo, man, our championship was, being able to use it to put us in school and to give back to our community, and you know what I mean, to teach the younger kids, that had
Yeah.
that same dream that we had at 13.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah,
championship, bro.
100%, and showing them that there are other
Yeah,
alternatives.
for sure. And,
And-
I like I said, like, I take great pride in being able to still play, you know what I mean, and compete against the top guys.
When they come home.
Yeah, throughout the summer,
Yeah.
and like I said, in North America. Like,
Yeah.
that's my championship. I'm
Yeah.
okay with that.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like basketball has done so much for me, and it's like, I feel like it's my obligation now to pay it forward for what the game has done to me
Yeah.
to the next generation.
I agree.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no, I
My
agree.
heart's getting warm again, guys.
Yeah.
Nice.
For sure.
And it's not the Twisted Tea,
No,
it's
that's
still
the
I was
early.
gonna say it must be the
No,
truth.
it's not the Twisted Tea this time.
It's the wine.
No, I didn't even sip the wine yet.
Nice.
Last time it was Hennessy, but
Nice.
yeah, yo. So tell us a little bit about like the brand. Like, actually, no, specifically because I was there on Friday. The Rumble in the Jungle.
Yeah.
How'd that start up? What's that about?
It's crazy because when I left high school, it was like everybody was in like I guess a different kind of space. We had guys that went Division 1 and some guys went overseas and stuff like that. So it was kind of hard to keep up with people, and the only way we could do that was via social media. You know what I mean? And I feel like high school was like an important time for me because I developed a relationship with guys, and when you're playing basketball and you practice every day and stuff, it's like it's a good feeling. So I kind of wanted to kind of reconnect people from the athletic background at first, and I wanted to just give people something to look forward to in our community. So 5 years ago, I kind of said like, hey, I reached out to one of the teachers at the school. I was like, hey, let's kind of get the guys together and like get like an alumni run going. She's like, sounds good, but like how much guys are gonna come out? First year we kind of whipped it up. It was decent. We had a couple guys come out, and then the second year actually it got postponed to like the next year, because a lot of guys were like out of town and stuff. You know what I mean? But every year, man, like people, the community became to become like receptive to it, and the support has been huge. And it was, I think, the 4th annual where we started to see like
That's when I started seeing.
we seen the progress, man. Like everybody was always like hitting me up like in July, yo, like put me down for the next
Yes, I
Rumble,
wanna
bro.
play.
Like it just kind of gave people something to look forward to. There's some people that I kid you not, I haven't seen in 5 years.
Yeah.
Like, what I'm saying, teachers and stuff, and they're seeing me play, and it's like, you were like this kid in grade 9, and like this is what you're doing now. So it was really crazy, and like I said, man, it was very overwhelming at the same time, because it's like you're doing everything, and not to say like I didn't have help from people,
Yeah.
but at first it's like,
Well, the idea came from your head first.
this is my
Yeah.
vision,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like a lot of people was like, not really, they didn't see the vision, but it wasn't their vision to see.
Yeah, exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it took a lot of like spreading awareness, man, and just really showing you know, this vision from a good place. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like one thing to serve the community, but to actually like do it from a good place. You know, I had a genuine energy of like doing it for my people.
And it shows.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, you wouldn't
So-
have the reception you have now if it
Yeah.
wasn't from a positive place.
Yeah,
Right?
for sure. So it's crazy, man. Because I was telling Nat, like, Scarborough is a beautiful place, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like a
Just
lot of
bad. It's a bad. What's not a bad place.
It's just
but
bad guidance, like pretty much.
Oh.
Like they just don't have the guidance.
Yeah.
it's crazy, man. Like I feel like it's a very beautiful place, but it
I,
doesn't get. It doesn't.
I agree because I lived there for a bit.
Yeah.
And stuff like me coming from the West End, but it's like, I think it's just the odd time. It's just a bad seed. It's just one.
Yeah,
It's
bad
like,
seed, that's what I was
yeah,
looking
you know what
for.
I
Yeah,
mean.
yeah.
It's not. It's never the community. The community is always pure in heart. You know what I
And it's
mean?
only the people who never grew up there that say it's A B C D E F G, right?
Yeah.
Like you have to be from there, and
Yeah.
well, you shouldn't have to be from there.
Yeah.
But
But like
Like-
for me personally, because like I've lived in different pockets in the city at different points in time, and it's like I've seen a lot of development and a lot of growth. And I've just seen how you see the purity, and yet you still see. Well, for me, I still see both sides. I still see the good, and I still see the bad. Though the good definitely outweighs the bad. You know what I mean?
100%.
But that's what my level of acceptance of all things in life in general, where it's at. It's like understanding that good can only be balanced out by the bad.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And
but
you know what I
that's,
mean?
like-
As long as the pros outweigh the cons, you're
There's-
always going to be winning.
there's
You're always
good and
gonna be
bad
winners. Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no matter
You
what.
can go to the most peaceful place in the world,
100%.
and you'll find something that
Yeah.
you could complain about.
Yeah, or do
something
without,
that will
you know what I
turn you
mean?
off or
Yeah.
blah blah blah. It's just it happens that because I think a lot of us.
Aren't in that area.
Well,
like,
not even that. A lot of us helm from Scarborough,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, regardless, like I was born and raised in Scarborough. Now, then I moved. My parents we moved to Pickering, but like when I moved to Pickering, I hear, "Oh my God, you're from like." There was like already
A negative connotation.
When I moved schools, there was already this image painted of me. Oh yeah, we got a new guy coming from Scarborough, right? And everyone looked at me like, "Oh, he's the bad kid. He's
Yeah.
gonna be the one that's gonna be
Yeah.
getting in trouble and blah 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 blah
Yeah.
blah."
Yeah, yeah.
When that's the complete opposite. Right?
Yeah.
Like, I know people who grew up in Whitby their whole life, and they're the bad kid, that quote unquote bad kid. That,
Yeah, you know what I mean?
that comes right. So everywhere you go, they have their bad seeds. It's just unfortunate that Scarborough is taking the hit, but
it's because it's the biggest area.
I get, it's a big area. But like I'm happy that people like us who are from there are trying to do something,
It's
right?
positive.
To even if it's not generally to like clear the name,
Mm-hmm.
right? But like they can say, oh, that kid is from Scarborough, right?
Yeah,
So there's something.
It's-
There's
and-
something's going on there.
And the reason why I even say that's actually a very good reference was, or a prime example for me, what clicked in my head is when they talk about Hogan like a kid from Marcy. You know what I mean? That comparison, or like they talk about Nipsey and a kid from Crenshaw. You know what I mean? Like they talk about like Rick Ross, Port of Miami. Like that's what you think when you hear these big moguls. You talk about Harlem, you think Diddy. You know what I mean? You think those type of things when you think about, okay, look at where they've come from, look at the platform they have, look at what they've done to change the culture and kind of cultivate and bring it back to the people.
Now it's inspiring. Now look at all the kids from Harlem now that are doing something, right? Who knows
Just
to say
anyone.
that Diddy is their inspiration? Right? We got
Yeah.
Tiana Taylor from Harlem,
Yeah.
the whole ASAP mob,
You know what I mean?
right,
There's a
from
whole bunch of
Harlem,
creatives.
right?
Yeah,
Whole bunch
Harlem
of creative minds.
and from the beginning of the
Yeah.
time, Harlem was just like the creative hub of
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Talk about like the Harlem Renaissance.
Yeah, the Renaissance.
Like,
Yeah,
all the great African American leaders
Yeah.
kind of were in and out of Harlem. You talk about Malcolm X and you know what I mean.
yeah, the
So,
people that passed through there, like,
Yeah.
not just no names.
absolutely.
You know what I mean?
So there's a lot
Like
of,
the
like,
Nation of Islam was
yeah.
ran out of Harlem.
Something's in the
You know what I
water.
mean? So like that was back in 1933, Clarence 13X, and then like then they broke out, and then they had the 5% Nation. You know what I mean? So it's like knowing that type of history and how that kind of grew to develop, and then understanding Malcolm's role in it, then why he got excommunicated from it. So you know what I mean? So shout out John Wick. But like, you know what I mean? Then Ali was still friends with him, though, you know what I mean? Then understanding the black athlete and their impact in major political events and stuff like that. You know, Ali had Lou Alcindor currently
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, for those who
Kareem
don't know.
Abdul-Jabbar, you know what I mean, and Joe Brown, and like a bunch of just actors and athletes, and even singers like Sam Cooke, who was in the background, like just supporting him and pushing his that black agenda forward.
Yeah, even the message that they were,
Right.
standing for. So
You know what I mean? So
yeah, man, it's crazy because I talk about it all the time. Like Scarborough is like a great place, man.
yeah,
It's unfortunate that we have people in the community that don't see, or they see the misfortune and the good deeds, man. People don't want to openly give back because they don't see the
They don't see the value. Don't see the value for
You
it.
get what I'm saying?
They just
You
see
know?
like
That's unfortunate,
bad people.
though.
But
Yeah,
that's
It's
But
crazy.
that's my thing, though.
Yeah.
I don't want nothing from nobody who wants value back.
yeah,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
We're living in a culture where we're praising on the dollar, and
the like.
it's
The
crazy.
like and
Well, now it's the
It's
like.
crazy, but like people would rather they're not gonna give back what's
No.
not
pure
expected.
hype.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're always gonna do it. Like I need to get something back in return.
yeah.
And if
Yeah,
you're
it needs
always
to be
looking-
an investment.
Yeah, and if you're
But or
always-
like a financial investment, whereas it's more of a moral compass investment, where it's like you feel better knowing that you help someone get on.
Even if it's one person,
it's crazy.
right?
But that's too much logic for
Yeah.
the people of power, because it's just
Yeah.
like you could help them, but it's just like, all right, I don't.
Yeah.
What am I gonna get back from people that don't have that the same
And
value?
it's just like I said, like if I could, do one community initiative a year, maybe I'm raising awareness for, the people on my social channels, the people in my communities,
Yeah,
the people
100%.
that are affiliated with, my school, where I come from. Because like I said, at the end of the day, a community in Harlem, and a low income community
Yeah.
would be the same in Rexdale.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
Like,
Any
like
of
I
these
said,
communities here.
like the people are the same.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah.
Different generations is the same. You know what I mean? It's same
Exactly.
problems, same limited beliefs, but
Exactly.
it's like
It's the same cycle, but it's up to us to want to break it.
Absolutely.
Or someone has to be the pace changer.
absolutely.
Someone has to be the scapegoat, the human sacrifice, if you will, the one that kind of creates a new path in a
Why do
trail
you
of grass
think?
untouched.
Why do you think there's not more people willing outside the dollar and social media popularity? Like, why do you think there's not more people doing what you're doing, or like starting stuff like what we have here, right? Why do you think that?
I mean, to be completely honest, and this is just my personal opinion, a lot of people, don't really see the problems that are happening in the communities because they're not in the communities. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And
But what about people from the community though, like that are in there?
yeah, I
right
feel
there.
and like I feel everybody's.
Yeah.
I think like everybody's mind is just on a totally different
Either
space.
they don't want to see it or they don't see it.
Yeah, I feel like they've become desensitized to the problems
Okay.
that they face in the communities, and I don't know. I feel like a lot of people have that like, I just want to kind of like get the hell out of here type of mentality,
Yes, I
But
agree.
you could get out and still.
Yeah, it's
I still want to get back.
You can still,
I
you
think,
can
I
still
think,
what you can do from the outside.
And but the thing is, a lot of people think for self, and they're not as selfless. And I think it could be a number of things that create that kind of a thought process. It could be a situation where it's like a person coming from said environment wants to get out so bad that they want nothing to do with that environment, right? So they create their own future without even
that.
looking back to
Uh-huh.
reach back to pull someone else out of it.
Yeah, because then some people, they might not have that same mentality.
Right.
That's what they're thinking.
Exactly.
So it's
Right.
like if they're not thinking the same way as me, I just gotta get out.
Exactly. And then there could be like a trauma tied to it as well. There's a lot of traumas that people are struggling to face in their adult years that are hindering them from like their own personal successes or gains towards their definition of success or a happy future, whatever it may be. So like,
There's also people who just don't want to get out.
yeah, but they're always gonna be stuck in the
Yeah,
cycle.
they want to
you know
be
what I mean?
like they don't want to
They're
like
complacent.
for instance, say there's a guy who's been in the streets his whole life. That's what he knows, and he
Everything
thinks-
else,
yeah,
but for
nothing
him,
else.
it may be one of those situations where it's like probably is most likely one of those situations where it's like anything else outside of the norm scares him.
You know, they were talking about that on the Breakfast Club the other day. Yep,
Carmichael.
Jared Carmichael and,
Yeah.
and Charlamagne. It was really funny because
You know what? I watched. So I didn't finish watching the episode, but I watched a good chunk of it, and some more when I was here before you got here. I really enjoy, and I was telling Jamar this. I'm like, when it's just one person entering, because then there's less of aimless talking. Not say that their talking's aimless at all, but like less of like the jokey side. They just get right to the point.
Right to the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Serious questions. Like it's a very well played match of tennis.
Well, Charlemagne interviews are very good because he doesn't care.
Yeah.
But when he's like with like envy and stuff, it's kind of like
Yeah, he
can
become
off them.
Yeah, that's
Whereas
true.
like like when he was with Kanye that time, it's just like it's one-on-one. So
One-on-one.
It has to be a little bit serious.
But that was different though.
Yeah.
The Kanye interview was different than what
yeah, obviously.
the
Yeah.
typical Breakfast Club interview. Whereas this one, it was him and Mr. Carmichael, one-on-one, talking. And one thing they said was how like a lot of black people are some of the most insecure people, especially black men. Right. So like, if there's a norm, right? Like, for instance, let's just use New York as an example. You know, Tim's baggy pants, Yankee hat, white T-shirt. Boom. They see you wearing a purple T-shirt, with some shorts that may not go past the knee.
Yeah.
They're gonna call you. They're gonna look at you like you're doing something wrong. Like, oh, who's this?
Yeah.
Who's this? Okay, we'll say who's this fruity guy?
Yeah.
He might be.
Yeah. Whatever the case may be.
Playing basketball
Yeah.
on the other side of the fence. Blah 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 blah. But that's not the case, right? Like me growing up, I was like that. Where I didn't want to wear nothing fitted.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't want to wear nothing fitted. Everything had to be, baggy, right?
Yeah.
Like, even when I played basketball, I had shorts down to my knees and blah blah blah. Or no, better yet, when I ran track, I refused to wear tights for almost 5 years.
Yeah. And then you realize how much more efficient it is when you're older.
Like I wore shorts. Like I was the one dude in track short and basketball shorts and track spikes, right? And I realized that when I got higher and higher into track, I wasn't winning no more. And I realized the common thing was everyone was wearing, their skin tight thing. And I was insecure because I was like, I'm not wearing nothing so, like, what the fuck am I wearing something so tight?
Yeah.
Right? And then again, like just an insecurity, I was like, okay, fine. Everyone else is wearing it. I could wear it too. And again, that wasn't me accepting that it makes me more efficient while I'm running. It's the fact that, okay, I'm in a place now where everyone's doing it, so I'm not the different guy.
Yeah, 100%.
So basically, like, you just didn't give a fuck anymore. Like,
well, no, I only wore it because it was okay. I didn't wear it because I was comfortable. Because I was still fucking uncomfortable with it.
Yeah.
Like I finished. Like I always have. Like if I would say it was us four running, right? I'm racing Hussein and Nathaniel. I'll be like, yo, Jamar, can you stand at the finish line for me with my shorts?
Yeah.
Because the moment I'm done the race, shorts are back on.
Yeah,
Pants are back on.
Yeah.
I feel
Right now.
you don't give a fuck.
Put me in a race now.
Yeah.
I'm walking around all that shit all day.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Oh, 100%.
Right? But that's just me. That's just part of it was growing up in Scarborough where I did because I was around those people.
Yeah.
Right? And then when I moved to Pickering, I got made fun of by a lot of folks.
Yeah.
In Scarborough. They started, like I went to go visit my old school one day.
Yeah.
And I went to the school in my uniform. And they started calling me princess.
Oh yeah. I know how that goes.
They thought how because I moved I went to a Catholic school when I moved to Pickering.
Yeah.
Everyone thought, oh, OJ has gone to some rich preppy school and listen, my school's free just like you, except I gotta buy a uniform.
Tell me about
That's
it.
about it, right? So they used to call me.
one quote.
Yeah, it's crazy because you look at back in high school and it's just more of a generational thing. I think is like everything that was uncool is now cool and popularized now.
That's crazy.
I will say this, and I agree with that
You know
statement
what I'm
fully,
saying?
because like side bags. I've been wearing a side bag since the 10th grade, and I still have the
Listen,
same. And yo, when I was in grade
I
10,
have a
people would be
fanny
like,
pack on
"Yo,
my
what
hip."
are you doing? Like that's
School.
weird. This, that, the third." And now everyone has it.
Yeah, it's like
I had the fanny pack on my hip.
it's like
Right now, I'm just wearing it over the shoulder.
fitted
Yeah.
jeans,
Oh, my t-shirts.
different colorful shoes.
Yeah, like
You get what I'm saying?
It's weird how everything comes full
Full
circle.
circle.
Yeah, that's
all the
that's
time.
what I kind of
John Carmichael even sent this. He goes, some of these niggas, like, not every day is Tim's and Yankees hats. He goes, wear some purple, my nigga. It's beautiful. Wear some purple.
He says things like that in the issue, like even like I really personally enjoyed the part of that interview where he spoke about his relationship with his dad.
Yeah,
and
that was good.
That was very good. Him and Charlemagne was talking about that and just speaking on therapy and how impactful it was for him and for them and their own personal experiences. But just speaking on the black dynamic in their relationship with their dad in the black community as a black male.
and everyone you could ask every black man a story about their relationship with their dad, and it'll be something different, good or bad.
Yeah, because you, like, at least in the last few weeks, I've been like texting you like, yo, that's driving me crazy.
Good or bad, right?
Yeah.
Like, regardless of relationship, every black man will tell you a different story. You could ask your dad about their dad, and their dad about their dad, and you'll see that what you're experiencing, they experienced, and that's what, and like it's just history repeating itself.
But then it's like, and I think why I enjoyed that interview so much in that segment specifically is because me and my dad didn't have the greatest relationship. Me and my dad, everyone is funny. Not too many people know this, but whenever we speak about parents, I only ever really speak majority about my mom. Like I don't even speak about my dad. A lot of people don't even ask. Or there was only like a couple times where someone says, "Oh, yo, what about your dad? You don't really bring him up too much or anything like that." So I'm like, like it's just, there's nothing really much to say. But I'm at the age now where it's like my level of acceptance, my level of inner peace with that is like at its like peak. Like I'm really unfazed. Like if I was to see him today and talk to him, I would talk to him. Like I wouldn't be. There's no grudge held anymore. Whereas there was up until like my early 20s, and then once you kind of work, and it takes years to kind of work that down to a point where you have that level of acceptance. But like as long as you start working on it, that's better than not.
It's either you're gonna be bitter for your whole life, and that's gonna
hinder you,
that's
and
gonna
then
mess up everything else. Right? Because now you're gonna have a kid.
Gosh, hurt people, kill people.
Yeah, hurt people,
it's crazy because then those trauma, that traumatic cycle will continue.
Because you're gonna pass it on to someone else subconsciously. Like you're not.
Exactly.
You may not mean to, but that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's a subconscious thing, and it's like we were talking about earlier, just like being that scapegoat, being the one, the pacemaker, changing the narrative. And when you get this opportunity, it's like you really have to reflect and look at self, because like I spend a lot of time looking at myself. I reflect on behaviors, anything I've done in the past traumas, and I come to certain realizations, and I start working on it at a very young age, so that when it comes time for me to have a child, these are not the reoccurring narratives in their life.
Facts.
You know what I mean? I'm making sure I'm changing my genetic bloodline by changing my character.
That's crazy.
If you look at like my family, for instance, my dad has 5 or 6 brothers. I can't remember. Right, 5 or 6 brothers, and and I'm very close with all my cousins. All of us, we each have the same. Like let's just say I had a list of 100 complaints, right, about my dad. I could ask my next cousin, one who lives in New York or Virginia or Atlanta. Their list will be word for word the exact same, right? And that's because my dad's dad, he lost his wife when my dad was like 5. So he moved. Fuck, how many kids was it? Oh, hey, buddy.
Hey. Welcome to the
Tiff.
Sorry.
Tiff brought goodies too.
Bartenders in the building.
Appreciate it.
Go on with it.
Oh, Tiffany, Hussein, Tiffany.
Hey, what's up? How you doing? Likewise.
Yeah, so my grandfather, he had to raise, I think, 11 kids. He had to bring 11 kids from Jamaica to New York, right, and raise them by himself. So obviously that in itself is hard, right? You're raising 12 kids by yourself, so you're gonna have bad days, right?
Absolutely.
So he passed on those bad days to his children. Right, so now if you look at, like, if you see all my uncles, Jamar could tell you this, Tiff could tell you this, they all have a scowl, like a permanent scowl. You talk to them and they sound pissed. They're not, they could be as happy as we were when the Raptors won the championship, but they wouldn't show it. They won't show it.
And that's
right, and they have that permanent scowl. So like when I see my family now, it's said that I have a strong resemblance to my dad. I don't see it. That's not the point. I'm the happy-go-lucky one. So they look at me like, how are you a red son? And you're always smiling and laughing and up, like that scowl. I don't have it when, like, on my resting face, right? Obviously the scowl will come when I'm pissed off, but Like when I'm just chilling, I don't have that scowl. I was like, yo,
It's not
I'm
necessary.
not trying to be like you guys.
Right. Talk about it.
Like you guys are miserable and angry. Like you guys only cry when something bad happens.
I'm telling you.
For those who were here and saw the Raptors crying, I was boo-hooing.
Yeah.
Even yesterday, I was watching Open Gym, the new episode.
Yeah.
I was sitting there with Tiffany watching Open Gym. She turned around, bawling.
Because it's a moment in time, and like being that appreciative is like it's unheard. It's like it's almost like frowned upon as a male or as a black male.
Yeah,
period,
it's weird.
that
It's
you
weird
can't like cry and show emotion. You can't be that vulnerable.
There was a point in my life where I was like that too, where
Yeah.
like
Life will make you hard if you let it.
Yeah.
there'd be moments where I'd see things, I'd be like, yo, that's sad, and I'd feel like even at funerals, like I'd lose friend a bit at the funeral, and I feel like the tear ducts welling up. I'd be like, nope, OJ, don't be a bitch, right? Don't be a bitch. And now, like, I'm older now. I'm like, why am I calling myself? Like, why am I calling another person a bitch for letting out their emotion?
Yeah.
Right. So
Just gotta appreciate it, man. Like,
it's a generational.
Yeah.
It's a generational thing. Hurt people, kill people.
yeah,
Right.
it's crazy because I feel like it's all about perspective. Like, you know, you could have a bad experience with your parents, and you can make it shape you or break you.
Break it.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, you could have a dad that, let's say, was abusive and a womanizer, and then you could be totally different. It's like, yo, like, how come you're not like your dad? Like, because I see how he was with my
That's
mom.
him.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or you'd be like the same as him.
Same
like,
as
yo,
him.
Yo, you just like your dad.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Yeah.
And either way, it seemed like it's presented as a loss.
Yeah.
Right. Like, oh, you're not like your dad. Why would I want to be like that?
Right.
So,
Right. Or you're like your dad. Right. Let's just say let's just say my dad was abusive and that stuff, which he wasn't, but they go, okay, now you're just like your dad. Okay, that's seen as a bad thing. So
But it's crazy because that comment, you're like your dad, a lot of black males in the community will try and dodge it as much as possible for the most part.
I did too.
Especially if it comes with a negative connotation, especially if it's like speaking about it in a negative form. It's
Yeah.
like, whereas like my grandmother now says I'm like my dad, and it's like I don't hate it as much as I used to when I was a kid. Like now, like a lot of my mom's friends or like family members look at me and like, oh, you look just like your dad. I'm like,
And I think
very
we
strong
see
genetics, and I support
we
it.
saw it that way because regardless if your dad was present or not,
Yeah.
right? You always saw it as like like for me, my dad's he's like the miserable one. I call him miserable all the time, right? So when someone says I'm like OJ, you're just like your dad, I see that as a negative. Like I'm not that miserable. I'm not that miserable guy all the time. Oh, Tiff. Oh, you got one? Cool, man. I'm not that miserable guy, but like you always forget like there is a good to him, right? So who's to say that they're not talking about the good part? Like when they say you're like your dad,
No, 100%.
flaws and all, right?
Yeah.
There is some good,
Yeah, 100%.
right? So and when someone says you like your dad, it's like for me it hits like fuck.
Yeah.
I want to be like him.
Yeah.
Right?
And
But
a lot,
then you
depending on
realize-
the person.
yeah, depending
a
on
lot
the
of times, one may spend their whole life just trying not to be that.
Can I interrupt? Sorry, this is a good thing we got going on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
Like
A lot of good hand-to-hand.
yeah, a lot of
Shouts to the live audience.
yeah.
Yeah.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, but for me, like that's kind of like my challenge, like recently with my dad, because for me, like he's been like one of my biggest heroes of like from the time I can remember.
Yeah.
And he was like always doing the coolest stuff. Like he did like a lot of the things who I am now is shaped because like he showed me that
And
stuff.
I see it though, but I genuinely and thoroughly enjoy watching the relationship that you have with
But
him.
it like for me, it's turned into like because I've worked with him now, and I sometimes I forget like maybe because of his face, like he doesn't look like he's 50, but like because we've discussed the same stuff for years and done stuff. When I work with him now sometimes, so when he's asking me certain things, and it doesn't connect with me, sometimes I'm like I can't do this and stuff. So we kind of sometimes have a rift. Sometimes I gotta like I've gone to usually I'm reserved. Sometimes now I'm texting OJ. I'm like honestly I can't deal with this guy right now. It's like we've had fights, we've had scraps. Love the guy. And sometimes it's hard because like there's certain things that I've seen with him that I think he could do better, and I want him to do better, but he doesn't want to change that certain stuff. So we kind of always have these certain riffs on certain
just old Caribbean man.
Yeah, and I forget he's also a Caribbean guy because he's just like.
I think, but with that being said, it's like
he doesn't talk like that, but it's like
no, but it's like no, but this is very good because it's like, and it's very good to have this conversation with us four as males, especially because it's like now with all of those things being said, how are we gonna take? And the thing is, like, for me, I'm very big on learning from other people's experiences as much as I am from learning from my own. But how are we gonna change that for our seeds, for the next generation? Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like we can have the generational impact now with the local kids in our neighborhood. They may stick, they may not stick in their local communities. You know what I mean? It's like you probably mentor a couple kids from your old high school. I do the same. You guys reach out to kids in your community. It's like 100%. Anytime I see these kids walking by me in where I live downtown, you know what I mean, or like anyone, I just reach out, I have a conversation. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Even some of my young boys from my old high school, I bring them to where I work. I take them out to lunch on me. You know what I mean? Just to kind of talk, see where their heads at, have a conversation with them, really kind of build and kind of plant different seeds in their head. Just keep on watering it, just like a plant. That's the only way it's going to grow, right?
Right. Try to feed.
But like now, with all those things being said, now it's like, because it's very different dynamics with fathers and their first children or second, whatever, their children in general. But it's like, how are we going to take these different experiences and make sure that they don't reoccur?
I feel like first and foremost, and this is my personal opinion once again, it's like legacy is very important. I feel like if you really set the precedent of, having a legacy and, that going in the history of, who you are and, your roots of where you really come from, I feel like that's important, for any kid, because if they could see that firsthand, it's easier for them to kind of like, come to that kind of common ground. It's like, okay, I identify with that. Like, okay, my father, he went to school, whatever. This is a legacy he created. This is where he grew up. This is where he came from, and this is where he is right now. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of things I feel like will identify with them firsthand through those experiences that you had. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, 100%.
Well, you know what they say, like, you never know where you're going until you know where you've been.
Yeah.
Right?
Talk about it.
So if you don't know your history, you're gonna repeat it.
Yeah.
Subconsciously.
Yeah, you're gonna repeat it subconsciously because that's what's been instilled in you.
Yeah, that level of awareness I think needs to be brought to more. It's like a lot of people need to take more time and be like, you know what, I act like this on a consistent basis, but why? I could no longer just chop it up to be like, oh, that's just how I am. No, or this is because of my horoscope. I'm this way because I just have to tap into because that one secretly is my favorite excuse. I laugh because I hear it so often. I'm like, really? Yeah. Like at this age, we're still blaming horoscope. I almost walked away. That's like me blaming the tooth fairy for my tooth being missing from under my pillow when it was really my mom just like hiding out in the corner.
I'm never gonna blame something because I'm a Libra. I'm
not blaming nothing because the moon is on one side.
I'm like, and I'm a werewolf now.
Listen, I take those things with a grain of salt, but I will say this: I do strongly believe when it's a full moon that people act different. Our bodies are 80% water. With that being said, the earth and like the high tide and low tide, I feel like that does affect us. But like you take it with a grain of salt.
100%. But I'm not gonna
like, oh, it's all the moon. I'm acting crazy because it's all the moon.
I'm not murdering this guy because the moon was like 45-degree angle.
I seen it and my eyes changed.
Hey, I'm not gonna be rude to nobody because the moon rose at 6:47 p.m. and it's daylight saving time. No.
Oh, my alibi. That daylight saving time one is a great one. I'm gonna use that.
I'm not gonna do that.
Like, I'm late because of daylight saving time. I'm still adjusting to the time switch. Like I ain't been around for like X amount of time.
Why are you so angry? Oh, because the sun rose. The sun didn't rise.
My horoscope said that. Like I could be late.
I took it seriously. Then the fortune cookie that I had the other night from Watu's, like, you know what I mean? Like
just said I'm gonna win $1 million. I'm gonna spend all my money today.
Right? My palms were itchy.
Together.
My palms were itchy, but I didn't realize there was a bug on my hand. It wasn't actual itch,
God, my mom was born when the moon was at the time the moon was made out of cheese. My mom was born that day, so that's why I am the way I am, and that's it forever.
Honestly, the worst is when girls are like, "Oh, you're so and so. I can't talk to you." I'm like, why? I can't trust you because you're this. And I'm like,
because they're 5 X's are the same zodiac sign.
Yeah.
Wait, you know what? Listen, that right there is a trauma that most people do not face because it boils down to, all right, so they blame it on the zodiac sign why they can't talk to you or, dive into a relationship, whatever the case may be. But it's like, how many people are aware of their own insecurities and the insecurities that were created by one person that weren't necessarily created by another?
Because people are lazy and don't want to look at themselves. They want to look at everyone else. They want to find reasons.
It's a very scary thing.
They don't want to look in the mirror.
Yeah.
Right? They want to read a newspaper written by someone who got hired at a journalism school.
And then it's like, oh, that's why. Yeah. So and so knew that.
Like, who writes fortune cookies?
That's a very good question.
I wonder how much they get paid.
They've solidified their spot in time. You know what I mean? Just history.
This man is just like
the fortune cookie creator.
Timeless.
Yeah, and how many of them are there? How many of them are there? You know what's crazy? I've never gotten a repeat fortune cookie.
Never.
That's crazy.
Never got a repeat fortune cookie.
I've never gotten a repeat fortune cookie.
That's not a thing.
How is that?
I don't know.
There's a wise man or woman out there that has a lot of bars.
Yeah. Yo, they may have a study from some of the greats.
Yeah.
Or
a great study from them.
Right? Something, because, man.
Ghostwriting for sure.
Ghostwriting for sure.
Yeah. We should get a bunch of fortune cookies and, like, just take out each thing. See which one's matching.
You know what they probably do?
Or just make a song out of everything.
The way I honestly have this kind of thought every now and then with fortune cookies is that they probably are they may not match fully, but they are a lot of them similar. They all correlate.
Yeah, that's how the horse
or like the words that you may just switch out a couple words with. I feel like that's what they do.
Yeah, it's like freaking psychics. You call them and they ask you questions. So how are you today? Oh, I'm not doing so well. Oh, so you're not doing so well. Did you have a bad day at work? Yes, it's because you had a bad day at work. Yeah. I'm psychic. Like what?
That's exactly what Miss Cleo used to do. It was a hoax.
Call me now.
Yeah. Smoking ears.
Yeah.
Smoke bomb. You know what I mean?
You had a bad day at work? Poof. Oh, they're telling me something. Right. You're not happy. I just told you that, Miss Cleo.
I just told you that.
You know what they probably do? Like, what I used to do, like, back in, like, my final years of, like, doing my essays, like, I literally just copy whatever is in the book, and I literally
reiterate it.
Not even reiterate it. I just go and use the thesaurus and just, like, switch the words up, because it's not like you're not going to figure it out.
No one's going to go
Can I just take a moment and shout out Tristan Stern? He just messaged me.
He's our biggest fan.
I need to know when that episode of the podcast is dropping.
Yes, can't wait. Yeah.
Keep me in the loop. I should FaceTime him on.
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
Do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Do it, hold it up, and then, we'll continue. But no, that interview, though, with Carmichael was very good.
What's
good? Yeah, we're here. Is he?
You're on the episode.
Yeah, you're on. We're live.
We're live right now.
What's going on, brother?
Oh, hey.
Spinning.
Yeah, you're on the episode right now.
Here.
We got Twin here too.
Yeah. All right.
Everyone's here.
Yeah, man, we are here. We're all here with it.
I like Tyrell.
You like
you guys.
I love you too, Tristan.
I just finished at the gym. I'm getting my ass up.
Oh, you're back in the gym?
Oh, yes, I am.
Oh, my gosh.
Maybe in a month I'll be able to play basketball again.
Stern's trying not to be a shape anymore and get in shape.
Yo, he was a circle. Yo, you were getting rounded.
Yeah.
Who's talking? I can't hear.
He had a circumference.
Yo, you were getting well rounded. I was almost upset that you let yourself slip, brother. Like, I love you, eh?
I see a man at Centennial today in Tim Hortons. He's like, yo, do you play ball anymore? I'm like, nah. He's like, yo, you just like you're working, man. You're putting on weight. I'm like, oh, God.
Oh, God. See, I'm still working, but I still look great.
Yeah, you friggin' you're 0% body fat.
That's a good conversation now. He's making us guys look bad. Anyways, go back to driving.
Get back to driving.
Right.
You heard the episode later tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, bye, Tristan.
Hey, bro, take care, man.
Yeah, take care.
Later, bro.
What a guy.
What a guy.
That was a first.
All right.
We got a first call in.
All right. But yeah, no. Just being self-aware, especially being a male, being a black male, just in general, just creating that awareness, so that you could kind of break generational curses.
What are your thoughts on therapy?
I love it. I think I've done it.
I've done it too.
You know what I mean? I think it's important. It brings about a certain level of vulnerability that you could, because once you trust that one random stranger that almost is a sign depending on certain questions that they may ask may come across as patronizing, but like after doing it, it's like you trust a random stranger, you trust people that you know closely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You could have these conversations with your friends more openly, and you could kind of create that safe space more consistently. And like, not to say you need to talk to everyone after that, but like there's a certain level of raw honesty almost for yourself.
That was my like issue with it for a very, very like I still have some issues, but I'm opening up to the idea. But the fact that like I don't want to tell a page like almost I look at it like this is your job.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You're paid to listen, so how much do you actually
care? Like
Yeah.
that was my problem
right?
too.
Like if someone told me like if someone paid me to listen to someone's problem, I'd sit there and listen.
Yeah, but
Right?
you know what?
That's what I'm looking at as myself. But like it's changed like drastically. Like we're now like I've been open to considering it, whereas before I was like, nope,
Yeah.
nope. I got people. I can talk to people.
I was kind of the same way because I was like, I don't look like a nut. But like once I like opened up to the person, it was just like, okay, let me empty the clip. Whatever question, and then it'd go one thing to the other, and
you start connecting the dots.
Yeah, you start connecting the dots. You start,
and
thinking,
they bring you full circle. Like I don't understand how they legit talk you around and they make you talk it all out so it all makes sense.
I guess that's why
you can talk it out. You can talk it so then you kind of go through that process each time you have a situation occurs and you bring it around and it's like, oh, okay, I solved it myself.
That's why they're paid.
Yeah, and it's
you
crazy because I feel like, you know, we all go through therapy. You know, there's that one person that we do talk to about like our deepest and darkest, you know, secrets, desires. You know what I mean? If it's like your best friend, your girl, or your mentor, like, you know, I feel like I have those deep, powerful conversations, and it brings a sense of, you know, vulnerability out. And, you know, that's one thing that, you know, I've worked on over the years is being able to like open up and talk about deep things.
That was my big problem.
You know what I mean? About the past and things that did hurt me, you know what I mean? Especially like when you're coming from a place where, you know, like we said, we don't really as men like to, you know, own up to our emotions, you know what I mean? We're not in tune with it, you know, but being able to like have the courage to say like, okay, like this is what hurt me, you know, and this is how I felt.
Because you're made to be, or you're told that showing emotion is a sign of weakness.
Yeah,
right. So
that's a sign of a superior man.
Yeah.
If you're in tune with your emotions, like you're the superior man.
You are the superior man.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes,
100%.
I agree with that.
That's that same thing, that narrative or that generational curse that you gotta kind of like break.
Yeah, jump over that hill.
You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, I feel like that's important too. Like if you have one or two people that you can kind of like hit up and kind of be like, yo, this is like how I'm feeling. Like, you know what I mean? Some people don't really have that kind of like relationship or
with anybody,
that person, but
or
you
haven't
know,
found that person.
I have like a great group of people around me, bro, and like the one thing that I'm very like open and honest, bro. You know, if like something is like fishy or like I'm not really messing with something,
Just
like,
say it.
Yeah, I'll say it. You know what I'm saying? And like I have friends that will say the same thing, like, yo, bro, like I don't like that you did this, bro, and I'll be like, I'll hear him out. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, it's like it's your, at the end of the day, like if you're in your feelings for something, you know, like it's important that you share it.
It's gonna hurt you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, 100%.
Just address it.
Just address it.
You're gonna put it on someone else.
And just really speak up. Just address it and bring it up. And like,
this is what hurt me, bro. Like I felt like this type of way about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just address it.
Just address it.
I enjoy how he makes eye contact. I really feel like he's looking into my soul.
I love it
Like,
because it's a level of respect thing. It's like when you're talking to someone, it's the old school principle that is like lost now. That it's like when you talk to someone, look at them.
Facts.
And like this way, you know that you mean what you say. You know what I mean?
It was a
like,
black mom thing.
You know what I mean? But it's like it's a thing. Like you just look at someone, and this it's felt. You know what I mean? It's like you know that person's word is bond. Like that's where the term word is bond comes from. You know what I mean?
Even if your eyes shift, it's like the Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
It's always.
You know what I mean? Like
coming back. He's talking. I see you moving. I'm like.
Yeah,
like
because it garners like you may like quickly like glance somewhere else real quick, but it's like just like that garnering of respect. It's like when you're having that, because this is a very interpersonal conversation that we're having. It's like, you know, so it's like we want to make sure we still maintain that level of respect when we're talking to each other in the group, and it's like it's very important because these are the things that make this is like part of genetic makeup.
For
You know
sure.
what I mean? It's like when you have children, you're gonna see your kids like then start to look at people or just lock eyes when they're talking to you or you're talking to them when they're
Yeah.
kids. And you're like, you know what? Like this is crazy because like this is what I do. Like this is one of my habits.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So to build these habits now is very important. You know what I mean? But just to speak on what you're talking on, it's like, it's very exciting to see that this is the norm, the conversation that's starting to become more regular in our day and time. Because like, in order for us to really change these things, it's we have to be. This is the generation to do it.
Yeah.
Like I really strongly believe it's between the generations of like those that are like 88 and then to like
88 years old or
no,
born
no sorry
1988?
1988
Okay,
sorry
okay.
no
That's
you know
that's a
like
big gap.
yeah the 1988s to like the 94s, maybe a couple 95s that really want to be pacemakers. You know what I mean? And really just kind of cultivate and bring up this.
I said the old golden era. I feel like from 89, 90
Yeah.
to 94. Bro.
Yeah, 100%.
And
That's
sports,
So what again?
that's-
Say it again.
it's-
like 89 to like 93, 94.
Anyone here in the room born 1995?
No, I'm just saying. bro.
Twisted tea.
Nah. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like,
Yeah.
with like sports, like
Yeah.
that.
Anything.
Especially the era of like
Yeah,
90,
that era.
91,
Yeah.
92, 93.
Yeah.
Just imagine like the energy.
That
that you-
energy.
especially in sports. And
Yeah,
basketball.
in basketball,
Look at who
like-
you had to face in 91.
91.
92.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
You know
like,
what I'm saying,
yeah,
bro?
100%.
It's crazy.
Like, it's crazy. You know what I mean? So it's like, just with that being said, it's like to bear witness to this change in our own personal culture here live in the flesh. It's like, it's breathtaking. It's very rewarding, I find as well. You know, because this is something that's going to be remembered. We're going to be remembered
Wow,
for.
this is great. You are on the ball.
I love it. Shad's great. Yo, Henny T is like, what you doing, Henny T?
Shout out our unofficial sponsor.
Sorry, my bad. I'm sorry, my bad. I played myself. My fault. Let me not play myself. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
So, Twin, what's next?
What is next? That's
Yo.
a very good question.
To be honest, man, like, it's crazy you say that because, like, you know, this next couple of weeks, I'm, you know, getting ready to travel. You know, I feel like,
Are you going back to the Drew League this year?
I'll probably be there. I'll probably be there.
Yeah.
I
I'll
was
be
so
in- I'll be
excited
in-
when I saw you.
Yeah, I'll be in New York
Yeah.
next week. You
Yeah.
know, I'm just really trying to use some time to kind of like just self-reflect, bro. Like, you know, I've been blessed to, you know, have a great month in June and do
Yeah.
a lot of great things, man. And
Yeah.
I just want to enjoy it, man. You know,
Yeah.
I want to be able to sit back and see the great times and memories that I've created. You know, I kind of feel like that helps me kind of like see what's next, bro.
Yeah.
You know, I have a
It
lot
gives
of
you
like,
vision.
yeah, I have a lot of great things that I'm putting in place. One thing that I wanted to mention is a lot of the proceeds from my Rumble initiative is going towards a student athlete scholarship fund.
That's amazing.
Yeah, man. So
And
How's that going?
I'm sorry to interrupt, but that to me is like the biggest thing in the world, right there. Yes, can we that's 100%. Like, you know what I mean? Like, listen, that's because like with all that being said, everything that you're trying to do, you're doing in your community, I'm trying to do in my community out in the West End. It's like I want to create a scholarship fund. It doesn't have to be in my name. I don't need the accolades. I don't need the awards. I just want to create a better opportunity for those student athletes that I see that are coming up that really want the bag, that are hungry. They want to really change their life and the lives of others and just create a very big impact.
yeah, so
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so that's big. Round of
thank you,
applause
bro.
for
Thank you, man. Appreciate it, bro.
That's big.
So yeah, that's kind of like in the works right now. We're just getting a couple of things ironed out with the council, the alumni board for my school. But that's kind of the next step for me is being able to create a platform for, you know, the urban kids in the urban areas, and you know, using my platform to give them different positive outlets, whether it's through educational programs or sports or just through my like experiences, man. I feel like the one thing that's, you know, gonna transfer into their lives is, you know, being able to like have that sense of like, you know, they have that purpose, but also having that connection with like different people in different fields.
They know they got support.
You know what I'm saying? And it's one thing to say like what's up to a kid in the inner city, but to be able to go in there and touch it and like talk to him and like you know what I mean, just share that.
It's that feeling like you do.
Yeah.
Like there's like we're going back to what we talked about, you know, the likes, like, you know, doing things for likes and monetary gain, right? That feeling of like doing something right, nothing beats it. Like nothing. Like when me and Terrell coached, we coached in the Filipino leagues, and we had a pretty bad bunch of kids. Like not bad in the sense of they were like troubled, but bad athletes. Right? And we kind of like turned. It was like the Mighty Duck story.
Oh, turn it around.
Right? Like kind of turned it around. Right? 1 year, and then the next year we're winning. Right? And then I feel like that trophy is still in my room. It's like it's the one trophy that I have. Like all my trophies are together. The one coaching trophy is by itself on the highest point in my room. Yeah. Right? Because I was like, man, I did something right. It felt good.
Yeah, that accomplishment.
And that feeling is nothing beats it.
And it's like, you know, like I said, just going back to like talking to these kids and like let's say this the high school, you know, like a lot of these kids they're in positions where they have opportunities, you know what I'm saying, where like coaches are promising.
Looking at them.
Yeah, and they're like open-end promises and stuff like that. And I just want to be that like, yo, like at the end of the day, basketball is like a business now.
Yeah.
You know?
It's not the same, man.
It's not like how it was when we were going.
Yeah, it's not. It is.
What can you do for me?
We join a team and we go at it. It doesn't matter if my jersey said Nike and your jersey said Adidas. We're playing each other. Now, you can't, if you're not wearing a Nike jersey, we're not playing you.
It's like the culture in sports is different. And I mean, I don't mean to call anybody out, but like the whole basketball community is just...
No, calm down. This is the place.
It's different.
It's different. It's very different.
From an era where like growing up in like the summertime, like J&F tournaments.
Yeah, you get busy. You get busy.
You could go to a gym with just shoes.
Yeah.
You didn't have no
team. And you snatch it. You didn't have to have a jersey. You just even get a shirt.
You get what I'm
if
saying?
someone gives you a joint, you be like, yo, I'm honest. Like,
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, you used to just, people used, but no, honestly,
I'm gonna bring it back. Not even like just tournaments. You could just go to a court outside. With your shoes. Don't even have a basketball. Just come with shoes ready to go.
Yeah, ready to go. But that's the same energy. Like you pop into a tournament, you know that you don't have a team, but you got shoes in your bag ready to go. If someone says, "Hey,"
you see your boy, he's like, "Oh, yo, one guy's hurt. What's that hurt? Hop on."
And that's the same energy with like the universe. Is like you wanted to play in an environment, and like coaches are not asking like, who are you? Where did you play?
You will need a resume.
What's your name?
Like a resume.
Bro, I feel like that shit is corny, and I'm saying this because
I agree.
Like, not to say that I haven't had good connections or relationships with people all around.
But just in general.
If I could leave Toronto, bro, and go to like LA, Dykeman, and like
get love and
get love from somewhere where I'm not even.
You're not from.
Not even from.
No, but you know.
And I'm getting more love out there than my own city. Something is wrong.
Something is wrong.
Right? You get what I'm saying?
You gotta go where they know your name.
It's one of those things, right? Because like now, like I'm not gonna be ignorant and say Canada basketball is not rising. Right?
Dun, dun.
Oh, I didn't hear that song. Sorry, I want to join in.
I can't remember what theme song it is.
Goodness gracious.
But when sorry to digress real quick here, but when Kobe and Shaq won the title, that three-peat.
About that. Okay.
But do you so Kobe Bryant? They had like a VHS of that championship, so they had like the whole behind-the-scenes thing, and like Shaq was like singing that song. He was like talking about Vlade Divac and how
the Sacramento Queens.
Yes.
When they're beefing.
Yeah, when they're beefing. So him and Vlade were going at it, and he just made a song. Or
I think that's Cheers.
It's Cheers, right? It's It's Cheers.
Where everybody knows your name.
Exactly. There we go. Right. So that was my digression there, real quick. But like,
it's just different, man. Like, a different basketball culture, like. It's just crazy, man. Like I've seen a lot of, and what's crazy about it is I've seen so much people like just say F it because they didn't want to deal with that.
Yeah,
because they want to put up with the politics.
Yeah, the whole like jumping
and the whole pretentious
just to get out and get a sweat, bro.
Remember before you played for your local team. Wherever you lived, you lived in Scarborough, you played for Scarborough. You lived in Durham, you played for Durham. And whatever team you got, that's the team you have.
Exactly. And when I say get busy, like
you have guys playing. Like there's one team for Canada now, almost like There's guys traveling from Saskatchewan to play for Bounce, and what's happening? Stay in Saskatchewan.
Yeah,
That's what happens when like
build that program out in your town.
Build your program out there. Why are you leaving?
Yeah, that's what you shouldn't have to.
It took the fun out of the game.
Yeah.
Man.
It genuinely did.
I love the game, I love the game. But one of my best experiences of playing basketball was in high school.
Yeah.
Because
it's like at the end of the day,
you're just having fun.
You're having fun. It's competitive.
Yeah.
And nobody's gonna tell you can't play in high school.
Regardless,
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But once money like gets thrown
And you're
in,
playing for your school.
Yeah.
But like, and even like when we were playing rep at the time, AAU and stuff, it was like it was love.
It was love always.
Like you're playing for your team that's where the gym is 5 minutes away.
Yeah.
Right. You're not driving to Brampton to have an hour and a half practice to play with a guy from Alberta, Saskatchewan, 10 guys from Ontario,
and one guy from Buffalo,
and a dude from Buffalo.
Yeah, that's facts. Like that's what it came down to at a certain point in time, and that's where I started to really almost hate the game.
You texted me?
Amazing. It's okay. It's okay, Henny T. Say what you gotta say. Yeah. But yeah, no, you know what I mean? It's like that's where I start to lose the love. Because I love the game. Just like you said, I love the game more than anything in the world.
Yes, he has no. Trell had a good.
All right, what was the point?
Quotable. He has a quotable.
Oh.
It's from Henny T. Trell Thomas. We used to play with the cards that we were dealt. Now kids choose the cards.
Oh,
Bars. It's fast. We used to get like, yo, this is your hand. Okay, I'm gonna make this work, but I got busy with it. Like when I say people used to get busy,
Good
like
or bad.
I legit remember playing school, OBA, AAU, citywide, church league. Like anywhere I went, and the thing is, and in the summertime, I would pop up at tournaments just with shoes in my bag and a towel.
Like, yo, who needs a player?
Who needs a player?
It's crazy. I remember the top one that was at U of T downtown?
Yeah, the U of T downtown.
Bro, I remember going to those like every summer when I was in
You
high
look
school.
forward to it.
You're just pulling up. Like,
Yeah, that's it. No matter
what team are you playing on, yo? I don't
That's
have
it. I don't have a team, yo. Then it's like the
Yeah,
conversation with like, yo,
and then you go on the next side. Oh shit! Like he's hooping right now.
Yeah, okay, bet. And then, yo, come, yo, be a player. Like, oh, you're here? Come, let's play.
My mom never let me. Right, like she was like my mom was very like book focused.
Okay.
Right, so she didn't give a damn about basketball. She only let me play basketball because it was exercise.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't realize to the extent of
your love for it,
like my love for it, or she didn't care. Not in a bad way, but like she's one of those people that don't care about sports.
Yeah.
Right, like do your books. Okay, study your homework, get a job. You can play video games, you can play basketball. As long as you have good grades, you can do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah, 100%.
Right, so when it came to like all those tournaments, I'd always want to go, but she'd never let me go. I'd have to like ask. I'd have to tell like, yo, Daniel, I know you guys don't have a guy.
Yeah.
Tell your coach to call me, and I'll give the phone to my mom.
Right. Yeah.
And mom will be like, oh, okay, cool. Boom, on the subway.
Yeah. Redirected.
I'm there.
Yeah.
Bro. And you show up with a pair of shoes and a change of clothes.
That's it.
A pair of shoes and
shorts. But that was a vibe. Like on some real shit though. Like that was a good time because that's how you know who really loved to hoop.
Yeah.
And it didn't matter. Like you just pop up in the gym. Just runs like we're doing this.
And it's crazy because I played in the Pink City Classic. Like I think it was in May, bro.
Yeah.
And bro, I ran into like Kadar.
Yeah. They bring out everyone.
It just kind of
everyone out the woodworks.
Memories,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
It was a good feeling. Because, like that's what we used to look forward to in the
popping up. Yeah, and look forward to seeing people
pop up. You already know.
Yeah, I know.
Man from Car.
Yeah. Everyone. We had the Scarborough. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Go to tournaments just to see your friend.
That's it.
They can't see.
And you know that this was coming. Like, yo, everyone's gonna be there. You know, this team from the east, this team from downtown, this team from up north. You know what I mean?
One of the best things I think ever was the SBA House League.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you.
I heard. I never played it, but I've heard.
If you play rep or if you're just learning to play basketball.
House league,
everyone was in that
house
league.
Yeah.
Like
I think that's the greatest thing.
People would come. I never played Scarborough Blues, but I played in the house league.
Mm-hmm.
I'd come
from
Jamba. I played for Jamba. Yeah. I'd come from my Jamal McGlure games.
Yeah.
Go to house league or go to house league if you have to leave early.
Yeah.
I'm gone to Jamal McGlure, but the house league games were because everyone came.
Yeah, 100%.
And then at the end, you play each other, and then you walk across the street, David and Mary Thompson, sitting at McDonald's for 2 hours and
100%.
do nothing.
Nah, but that's crazy because that's what we look forward to as kids, you know. And like I feel like even now, like just the environments and the basketball culture in the communities. Like the one thing that I stress the highly importance is like I feel like we have too much hoopers in the city to only have one pro-am league.
Yeah.
That makes zero sense to me.
And even
even
bring down to the younger kids. There's too many kids that can play ball to have one.
Yeah, why do kids need to
team.
play AAU in grade 9 when you could make like a summer league where they can play against each other?
And play here.
Yeah, play here.
Home, save less money. You're playing against the same top competitions. You can't even sign 11.
You can't sign.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
You get what I'm saying?
I think that will start growing now because it's just like now it's
that's what we pray for.
Yeah.
Because we need it.
It's not hard to get things sanctioned.
Yeah.
You can get things NCAA sanctioned. It's not hard.
I do think that the way, like, cause it's starting to seem like the NCAA is losing its grip in some ways. So now it's kind of like
they're criminal.
Yeah, it's criminal. But now it's like because everybody's now looking international, it would be like eventually it's like okay, we can come back.
Okay, look, they're seeing how now Canada made the World Championship in God knows how many years.
Yeah.
Right. We have Canadian basketball players. We have the Raptors winning the championship. Mm-hmm. Just make a league here.
Yeah.
If I had the money, I would start a top league right here. All the top kids, come play. You play each other every week, house league style.
It's crazy.
Play each other every week.
Yeah.
I just like the one thing is like, it's shocking to me to see like a lot of like, and that's the crazy thing about a marathon, bro. It's like, weed out the week, and not to say like a lot of these guys that kind of stop, but I was at that point where I used to look up to a lot of these guys in like the hooping community.
And then you start to realize, as you start to rise and elevate, you start to realize they are not.
It's like the J. Cole song.
You realize that it's like learning how magic works.
Yeah, and it's like damn, like in high school you was a man.
It's like when J. Cole's like false prophets. Like it's kind of like
crazy.
you look up and you're like, oh, it's not.
It's
like,
crazy. It's like this.
It's not.
And then on the other side of that, you have like we said, like the guys that just didn't want to put up with the politics.
Yeah.
I knew a lot of great players. I could count on like 2 hands.
Yeah.
Like, guys that probably
legit.
That could have done something.
Yeah, could have been somewhere, done something.
Yeah.
But because
of the opportunities, the politics, and like, they didn't want to jump hurdles because they felt like they didn't need to.
Or like they didn't go to a Pope or MT or a Pickering High or Henry Carr. Right?
And I know.
That was my issue.
It's funny because like I'm dead ass thinking about it right now, and I'm like, I remember being like going to these tournaments. Like, just really thinking back at, like, Top Gun and, like, all these Jan Fish tournaments and everything like that in the summertime, because that's what we all look forward to during the year. But then when you get there, you're like, this guy over here, this guy didn't go to a big name school, but he's a killer. Like, he'll put up 40 on you.
Easy.
Like, without question. Like I remember, what's his name? Ronaldo C. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Ronaldo, that's my guy. He played on my Kansas team. Ronaldo Carnac.
Yes.
That's my guy. David Thompson.
From Borough, yes. He didn't go to a big name school, but he would cook guys. Or like when my boy Monster, Marcus he went up to Milliken Mills and he put up 50s on guys. I'm like, there's guys that are just like,
there's this one guy,
bucket getters.
There's one white boy that played Jamba. He was a year older. If you ask him who I am, he would not know who I am. But he is one of my favorite players ever, and he could have went somewhere, but politics killed him.
Yeah.
Scott Laws.
Oh, Scott, listen. Alex Arthur's, Scott Laws days, come on, man. That's a time. Sacred Heart, come on.
Scott Laws was the first white man I seen dunk outside the NBA.
Woo! Listen, Scott, you could not sleep on Scott, because Scott was a bucket getter.
Yeah, Scott
was strong, and he was a guy.
Let me ask you guys this. I don't want to get off topic.
No worries.
What do you guys think the best high school tournament was back in the day?
See, my school didn't go to many tournaments like that. That was
just from what you've
heard
or like what you've seen.
I'm gonna answer your question, but
Town GTA era.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna say something real. I'm gonna go back to the question. I'm gonna say something. So, I went to 2 high schools that weren't like they were like my first high school was Scarborough. I went to Sir John A. McDonald. Yeah. Right. I played with y'all know Ryan Augustine. Me and him played there. Yeah. Right. We both transferred the same year. He went to MT. Yeah. And then I went to St. Mary. Yeah. Right. Ryan was good. He played on a good team too. Yeah. His OBA team was nice. Yeah. Right. But I didn't get the recognition I thought I deserved. I could have made some teams, but politics, and I'm little. Mm-hmm. right? So like, oh, number one, he's too short. Write him off. Number two, he's not playing on any, like I played for Jamba. I didn't play for Scarborough Blues or anything like that, right? So he played for Jamba. Okay. Number two, write him off. Right? Number three, oh, he's transferring. Oh, St. Mary. Okay. Write him off. But I played some of these guys in these tournaments. Yeah. Right? I'm not, y'all, everyone knows in this room, I'm not an offensive guy. But I'll lock up anybody at the time. Don't ask me right now. At the time. Yeah. And I'm like, yo, these guys are the guys getting money to play. And like, they're 6'2", 6'3". Okay, you're tall. I don't even know what my height is. I'm little, and I'm locking you up. And I can't get no love. No love. Not even a handshake or a participant ribbon you got from cross country for showing up.
Nice, just for popping up.
Right? But yeah, anyways, the best tournament, I think. Fuck, that was a tough question.
I think it's tough because for me, I think.
Are you talking high school or OBA?
High school.
Yeah, because when you talk high school, like for me, when you talk high school, I talk.
The Rim Rocker was good. Xavier.
Yo, but that's the thing. I got a top 5. Because I got a top 5 tournaments. And now I'm not even going to say in any particular order because one may be biased when I say the card tournament.
Selfish.
No, that
was my tournament.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's the thing.
Go to that.
Yo, that's in my top 2 because of just how live it got, and then St. Mike's.
Really?
Yo, St. Mike's got turned. Yo, I'll tell you when we almost lost to Campion, and Raheem saved us. Me and Raheem were leading scores that game, but Raheem hit the game winner. He missed the first shot, and the rebound came back to him. Ironically, somehow, some way. And
Bugs Bunny had the magnet.
Yo, listen, it came right back to him, boomerang effect. And he caught it, and technically, it was a travel. But caught it in the corner, shot the 3, went in.
Travel doesn't exist anymore, by the way.
Perfect. It doesn't exist because people walk from half court to the NBA 3-point line and pull up
people walk
casually.
From half court to the rim.
You know what I mean? So
card tournament for sure.
Yeah, card tournament for sure. I got St. Mike's and then
nice.
Rim Rocker up there 100%. But then I got MT.
Oh, I was about to say
MT gets busy.
That's like top 1.
No, MT for me was definitely top 3.
I think the Emory tournament was nice too. The Emory tournament.
You know, Emory, I would probably put like 6th.
Yeah.
Because so what I said Car, I said MT, I said Rim Rocker, I said MT, St. Mike's, and then I'm trying to think because Rim Rocker and St. Mike's were like January time.
Yep.
Car was November.
Yep.
MT I feel like was January as well.
First
like it was right out the gate. Like right out the gate, you have MT, you have St. Mike's,
MT, St. Mike's, Rim Rocker.
Yeah, right back to back, and then I feel like. There was a couple out of town tournaments. I want to say we had one in Windsor where we played Eastern and we played Pickering.
Actually, you know what a good tournament and no one respects it? St. Mary back in the day.
Oh yeah.
We used to have St. Mike's come. We had Pickering High come.
Yeah.
Who else we had?
Pine Ridge probably.
Yeah, we had the
Dumbarton.
good
And the thing is, like even those schools, like they had some players, like
Pine Ridge had some guys.
Pine Ridge had some guys. At one point in time,
guys, but they're all boneheads. I'm sorry if I offended anybody at Pine Ridge.
But like Pine Ridge had some guys. Like Dumbarton had a couple like 1-2, 1-2. Every couple teams had their hitters, and it was like even like Ajax High. You can't even sleep on Ajax High. You can't sleep on like an Ultra Dame.
I'm sleeping on Ajax High.
You're snoozing. You're hitting the snooze.
Your alarm's going off. Snoozing, never waking up.
Yeah, nice. Damn. But you know what I mean?
And we had some guys. Shout out Pops. Shout out Norman.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like
there was some crazy tournaments, bro.
That's what I'm saying. There was some.
Back.
Yeah, I think back at it all the time.
I'm asking this.
Even like that, but so
MT, I think MT was the reason why I would say MT was up there. First of all, the environment.
The environment.
It was dumb. No, when Pope played MT,
bro, to be able
it was violent.
Yes.
It was violent.
It's that gym.
Those games.
But that's what I'm saying.
Those games were
that's why
on the court it was a fight.
Yeah,
MT
because
Pope, I just sat the way at the top.
Yeah, because that's the thing. To get a seat, it was you had to be. There was a point in time, like even like a year or two after I was removed from high school, I would still pop up at that tournament just to watch.
You have to watch every game
you
before you watch.
Like Gallagher, I'd be like, "Yo, Coach G, like I'm coming through." Like, yeah. Like,
I remember the year. I think my first senior year.
Yeah.
I believe that was 2000. Sorry if I'm wrong. Probably 2009.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2009.
Yeah.
It was you guys.
Yeah.
You, Chip.
Yeah. Shane. Yeah.
Shane.
Yeah.
It was MT.
Yeah.
Eastern with Cam.
T-Dot and them.
St. Mike's.
St.
Shout out
Mike's.
Eastern Commerce.
Yeah,
Pickering High.
Pickering High. It was a dumb, and then they always sneaking some secretly nice out of town teams like McNabb been having a nice team like
Ottawa.
yeah.
Rico and Johnny.
Yeah. Yo, London, Beal
was a low key
sleeper because Rico was there. They had Arnold. They had Andrew. That year it was dumb. But Rico has. I think he still has, but like he had like, the most energy at one point in time. I've never seen a guy like 6'1" and just run.
Yeah, bro.
Run and get buckets like just continuously. Every tournament you pull up to, like Rico's here. That's a bucket getter. And then their guard, like that, his listen. And then even one more tournament that we didn't mention. That's why I say this is like I had to get a top 5. I don't know if was it the Jarvis tournament?
Never been there.
The one down.
Yeah, but that was more.
That was Eastern.
Yeah, but Eastern renamed it.
Yeah, renamed it. Yes.
Yeah, Eastern tournament.
It was the Eastern tournament because that tournament.
That was before Christmas.
That was before Christmas. Because that tournament, you pull up to that tournament.
Yeah.
I shit you not.
Who was one player that cooked you guys? Always.
There's a lot. I'll say.
Okay.
I got one specifically.
No, I got one that really like set the tone for my high school career, and that's Jason Calise.
Oh,
Jay Cali got busy. Yo, when I was in grade 9, he said, "Welcome to high school."
he was a legend to me. I always heard his name, never met him, and then one time I pull up to my AAU team. Yeah. I get on the bus, right? Not even I get on the bus. We're traveling to I think Indiana.
Yeah.
I get on the bus. Right, I sit down. Someone goes, "Yo, OJ, that's Jason Calise." I'm like, "He's playing with us." I've only seen him at Hooptown.
Yeah,
right? And then the man got on the court. Right, I got on the court with him. I gave him the ball. I was like, I expect to get it back. I said, wait, no, that's Jason Calise.
Yeah.
I moved.
Yo, he was a bucket getter. Like, him and Derico when they were at Pope.
Him and Derico played on my team.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's an era of hoopers that like.
Derico's forgotten.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Derico doesn't get the credit.
Like, I don't say Jay Cali without saying Derico because when I was in grade 9, our grade 9 our car team was good. Made to the city finals. We're like, yeah, we got this. But then Jake Pope humbled us, and I was like, ooh.
There was a time I almost transferred to Pope.
That's crazy.
There was a time I almost transferred to Pope, and my mom was like, "Nah, you already transferred schools."
There was a time I almost transferred to St. Mike's. Shout out
Chase.
Chase.
Because like when I moved to Pickering, I was like, I don't want to be at St. Mary. Like, this is before I started playing basketball. There, I was like, I don't know no one here. I didn't know our team was gonna be as. Our team was like we didn't have like many like quote unquote stars.
Yeah.
We had players that could still play to this day.
Yeah.
And as a unit, right, we were good.
Oh, 100%.
Right, but before that, I was like, I practice at Pope. Half my team is from Pope, half my team is from Vanier. Mm-hmm. So I want to go to either one of those schools.
Yeah, shout out Shaq.
Right?
I got Shaq. I went to Vanier. Yeah.
I had Eric Smith.
Yeah.
What's
I only met him through because I remember. Do you remember when the Battle of the Boards became a thing?
Yeah.
When they used to pick the all stars for each division.
Even OFSA qualifiers. Was at Pope.
Pope, yeah, I remember. I remember that. The doubleheader, yeah.
Eric Smith got buckets.
Because I remember. There was guys like that's
all
the thing.
These guys like on my AAU team, I had Jesse Simmons, Jason Caliste, Eric Smith,
and that's
Derico.
That's the thing,
right?
dude. That was the time when you look forward to like school was good, but then everyone's like, "Yo, we're gonna build a super team outside of school." That's where the super teams were really built. Like in school, it was hard to build a super team because it was like the transfer papers and everyone has to relocate and this, that, and the third.
The guard, not Anthony Otley.
Obang. Michael Obang.
Oh my God.
That was my point guard when we played triple threat and Yates. Listen, I've never made someone that made me like genuinely force me to jump out the gym every time. Like whereas like if I'm running on a fast break and he sees me, he throws it up and like I will not be prepared, but my athleticism kicks in and it just boom.
The first time I played him, I was like, okay, it's another guy. Yeah. Everyone says he's good.
Saucy guy.
The man gave me.
I've never seen anyone finger over 6'4" people more consistent.
He did not. He didn't give me a 2-piece from Popeyes. He gave me a family bucket.
Yo,
the man gave
that's a chef boy. Are you good?
The man gave me
a
family bucket.
Barbecue chicken.
Yeah.
Oh my! Like I've never seen a man shift 3 guys in a box in one.
Yeah. That sounds like him.
Like he made us go northeast. He made us go northeast, south, and west.
Yeah.
And he was at the hoop.
And shout out his big bro video game. because video game used to get busy too.
Every
And the
time
reason why
I
we
played
call it
Nickel
video
Lane,
game.
I had to make sure I had shoes with grip.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
I was.
Cause to keep up, that's crazy. That's crazy. Cause that's his older brother. Video game. Lesson, like he used to really. When I say get busy, like he would play for hours and not get tired. I'm like, yo, runs are done. Like he's like ready to go 1-on-1 again. Like I've seen him go 1-on-1 with some of the best players in the city, and not back down. Like he treats them like they're just regular.
I'm gonna change the topic. I'm gonna keep it.
No, wait.
basketball.
We got yes answer.
Oh yeah, you gotta
Yeah,
change.
shit. I mean, there's probably two players. One, Shaq Woodcock.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
He was
That
like a pit bull.
yeah.
That guy, grade 9. He's
Yeah.
probably like
Yeah.
one of the top dogs. In
Oh,
the city.
100%. He
Who's this? Sorry. What's
Shaq Woodcock. He
Shaq
went to.
Woodcock.
He's from my old neighborhood. Went to Car as
I
well.
went to Car, man. He's like
He was. He just his heart was bigger than his body.
oh, for sure.
I've never like his
I know
will.
the
His
feeling.
his will to win. I never like I can't explain it. Like his will to win, legit in any situation, just never gave up. Never backed down from a challenge. Wasn't scared at any point in time. He wore his heart on his sleeve
Sounds
like it
like
was
my
the
best
new
friend.
fashion. Like I promise you.
Crazy. He was nice.
Like
man.
it was scary. And then when he didn't have a jump shot, he got a jump shot. Like
Yeah.
those type of things, he never had a jump shot until like maybe like grade 10-ish.
I mean, it's crazy. You knew he was in the West End when they picked you up 94 feet, bro.
Yeah.
Full court press.
Yo, that's
honestly-
it.
The West
I-
End,
yeah.
94 feet.
94
was different,
feet, it was
bro.
different.
I had the Emory coach tell me I should play in the West.
That's a
Yeah.
legend.
I
He's a
picked- I
legend.
picked the 94
He's a
feet.
legend.
Yeah, bro.
Listen.
That press in the West is
Yeah,
different.
it's different.
And
Bro.
it was rough.
Yeah, but it
You
was
felt it
rough.
rough.
Yeah, you feel everything.
You felt
Traps,
rough.
everything. You feel everything. But the thing is, I will say, because that's like when we played Pope. Like as much like because Car like we were good. We picked the West End. We all picked up 94 feet. That was just but the same thing was reflected in the East End. Like playing Pope, that tenacious 2-guard backcourt, that 2-guard tandem, whether it was you or Mully or like you or Nick Lewis, like or you and Aaron, or like you guys had guys and you kept on throwing different. Jermaine Mullins is probably one of the most annoying guys to have guard you. The tenacity that comes from him,
He
I'm like,
scratches.
Yeah.
He
Yo,
pulls.
he is in your skin, in your pocket, but him and Shaq were the same.
Yeah, exactly. And
He's
they play on
like-
the same team.
They
too.
play on the same
So
team
they
too.
stole a couple moves.
So
Nobody
that's what I'm
knew that.
saying. Like
Yeah.
growing up with them, like watching them play, like I'm like, yo, you guys are like one and the same. Like you guys are annoying because I would never want to play you guys together. I would never like I'm dead ass. That's like playing my younger brother. Like Dante when he was like in his bag like that. I'm like, yo, I'm not. You guys are long armed kids that just like to. And the second you
The
dribble,
best.
they pick your pocket.
They're the best.
Like it was annoying.
Best type of player.
Right?
My type of player.
Yo, but the thing is, and you know how I get down. Like the second we score, I'm turning. I'm not backing up to half court.
Right up there.
Even
Like,
when our coaches,
even when you and I played,
yeah,
and maybe T.
yeah, we put like the second we score, we're like, hey, we're right here. I'm out of bounds with you. I'm in your pocket.
Yeah.
Like
The ball has to touch me before it gets to someone else.
Yeah. Like I'm gonna stand there I'm gonna stand out of bounds with you until the ref says, hey, you need to back up and give some space.
Who's the next guy?
Cause you need to know that type of pressure.
I would say it had to be Big Mo, man.
Yeah. He was
Maurice Walker?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, that was a force. That was one of none of a kind in our generation.
The first
Because-
time I played that SBA, that Blues team,
Yeah.
was in my first year OBA when I played Jamba, my first tournament.
Yeah.
I'm like, I played big guys before. I'm gonna go to the hoop and give him a pump fake, and then they jump. I went to the hoop, pump fake, he didn't jump. He didn't jump. I said,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh.
I tried to pump fake again, he didn't jump. I said, fuck it. I'm throwing it up. He caught it.
Yeah, that's the
No,
thing.
he caught it.
Yeah, like Big Mo was
My coach got so mad.
yeah, that's a force.
I didn't play the rest of the game.
nah, that's an impact. Like
I've never had a ball.
you knew
caught.
when he was in the building because his mom led that Scarborough Blues cheer.
Yep. And
His
you saw
pops
his
was in the
dad.
building, but you hear like you
His
hear
dad
the
entered the
energy,
gym
but
and the
then-
whole gym got dark. It was his shadow took over the whole gym.
But yo, that's that energy. And then Mo would be on the court. Mo like, and the thing is, for a guy his height and he had feet. He had good feet. He
Yeah.
had the footwork was nice
he
and
was,
polished.
he was a fat boy back then.
But the thing
He's
is,
slim now.
he didn't miss.
No,
Like his touch around the rim, his free throws, like
He shoot.
yeah. Like the thing is, there was no like hack a Shaq thing.
No.
You don't hack Mo, eh?
You just
He's
hope
gonna
he
he's
misses.
gonna
You
he's
pray
gonna
he
make
misses.
free throws.
You hope he misses.
Like, you know what I mean? You hold him, you hope for the best, but you know that he's going to the line. He's probably. And then there was a point in time where MT used to run the offense where he'd be the last one trailing, and you'd sleep and be like, "Oh, Mo's just gonna chill." So I was at the 3-point line,
Splash.
banging. I'm just because he did that to us when we. I can't remember. Maybe it was city finals, across city finals. But one year, MT and we in car we played at Monsignor Johnson.
Okay.
And
That was the year we played your juniors.
yes,
Doubleheader.
yes, doubleheader,
Yeah.
yes. So that game though, I was like, yo, Mo like came down a couple times and hit. I'm like, yo, they're not playing.
Yeah.
Cause like Mookie and Ashton were on asses that game. They're on guys like for real.
Mookie
Like,
is a defender.
like yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh
like
my goodness, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's 94 feet. Like
What's he saying?
Life was good, man.
I haven't heard that name in forever.
But like he picked up guys like you don't.
Lefty.
Yeah.
That. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
But
he
the
was
thing
good.
is, but you know what's crazy with that MT team? Because as much as you're like, yo, that person's lefty, that person's right, it was almost like that whole team was because Ashton was like, he was an ambidextrous bandit.
He went left more than
Yeah,
I
more
played
than-
Asher for
but
the
like-
first time in the YMCA.
Because like,
I never seen a player so good in my life at the time.
he's nice.
Like I saw. I was
And
in
he
grade
was
9
dunking
going to
like,
grade 10.
he would go southpaw on you and punch with his left every now and then. And
And
it's like,
he didn't get high, but we'll see right. He was
yeah,
laying it up and
yeah.
then doom.
just catch you on. And it's like, the thing is like, that's what made, there was so many athletes that I played, my generation more specific, that made that. Magugu, like, you know what I mean?
Dunker. Never
Leaper.
said the man. The first time, the same game where Maurice caught my block. Magugu pump fake went baseline, cradle.
Yeah.
I said.
But that's the thing, like.
I said we're not. We shouldn't be this tournament coach.
Yeah, we're in the wrong tournament.
I had doubts about myself.
Yeah.
I was like, I said, I've cooked a lot of people.
Yeah.
Right, and I played the Scarborough Blues too, and I said, is this what it feels like to be neutralized? I couldn't breathe.
And that's the thing, like, you made your name in a lot of those tournaments, whether it was a grade 9 tournament or like a grade, like junior year, you made your name, and then seniors, you just kind of lived up to that legacy. You know what I mean? It was like, and the basketball community was very ripe. I feel like that was just a ripe era because like we're interchangeable. People were playing in the East End that were from the West End. People were in the West End playing in the East End. Like it was so interchangeable where it was like there was less politics. It was just for the love of the game. Everyone just wanted to get runs in.
It's crazy because if you played in the East in its prime, how are you gonna say somebody's not a hooper, bro?
That's what I'm saying.
You play in the West,
you play against guys like OGs like Papa.
Bro,
like
you from the West, you played against guys like Denham, Big Shane.
Big Shane and them. Like
you gonna look at somebody and say they ain't a hooper.
You know what I mean? Then play against like guys like OGs from the South, like Cheese, like you know what I mean, or like Sharon. Like there's big dogs that were legit playing against, and it's like they're not no regular
You know what's
people.
crazy to me? The one thing when Javale Miles and Dwayne Smith transferred to Pickering High.
That was fucked.
I was mad.
I'm not gonna lie, cause Dwayne's from my end, so Dwayne and Dane, like that's neighborhood like people there. You know what I mean? So it's like
I played them in grade 11, and I really thought
they went to Renemy with Chamar at first,
and then they went to West Hill.
Then they went to West Hill with that West Hill was
with Javale and
what's
his name? Montplaisir, Sean,
and then KJ.
Yeah, Kyle Johnson,
Taylor Johnson.
Listen, that's a walking.
When I played that Pickering High team, I legit thought I was like, I'm playing an NBA team.
Yo, that's the only team that probably made me feel very vulnerable because I remember that year when them Justin what's his name Wiltshire. Because they made us feel so vulnerable. I remember being in was it London? We played in the London tournament. The Beal tournament, and buddy, like that was when Beal had that guard. They had Rico, they had Arnold, then they had the Andrew guy, and we had our guys. We had Shamar, but Shippy Shane, like everyone, but like they had us down 40, and DeVoe was throwing like lobs from like 3, like just.
He doesn't get the credit he deserves, by the way.
He was bounce passing lobs to Justin.
He does not get the credit he deserves.
And Rock Splash. Shout out DeVoe, like
that guy does not get the credit he deserves. We played Pickering High. We always had like when St. Mary and Pickering High played, it was always like a night game.
Yeah.
Just because our coaches had a relationship.
Yeah.
Not like that
Yeah.
for those who are immature. But yeah. So got put in the game.
Yeah.
Right. Typical OJ wants to take a charge. Guess who I'm trying to take the charge on? Justin
do
Wilshire.
that. Don't do that. He cleared it.
Yeah.
The man, no.
Okay.
No.
I had to catch myself.
Thank God. The man jumped, right? And I was like, I was like, oh, I know who this is.
Yeah.
I said, nope. I moved. And
Is that Jared?
and I yelled, help.
Yeah.
All right? And I yelled, help. My big man didn't see it. I tugged him, pulled him over.
Nice.
Crammed him.
Whole life over.
And this guy who got dunked on, Jared, sorry. You guys seen him. You ever seen that video of the dancing cop at Durham College?
Yeah, that's him.
Oh,
That's him.
my goodness.
OJ threw him into the
into the blender. You threw him right into the blender.
I'm not getting dunked on my home gym.
Nice.
Too many people watching.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be this guy that's known as being dunked on for the rest of my life. I called help. He didn't help, so I pulled him over.
Nice.
Got dunked on and won.
No, that was a time. Like, cause I remember, like, in this pivotal moments, there's a bunch of pivotal moments. Cause like, there's a lot. There's games where I remember like people just actually getting their like first like big break in high school. Like for instance, like guys like people forget that Pickering team. They had a guy named Clayton or Clay. And that light skinned guy, he was a leaper. Clayon, sorry. Yes.
So my old high school.
Yeah.
He was our senior.
Yeah.
So it was on the junior team. It was me and Ryan Augustine.
Yeah.
On the senior was Clayon.
Yeah.
Right, and then we all transferred at the same. He went into his fifth year, or grade 12. I think it was his fifth year at Pickering High.
Yeah.
And then he got into the trouble and all that stuff. And
but like you know what I mean. But there was guys like Clayon. Like I remember like even like in the West End for us like Emory.
Clayon Bennett.
Clayon Bennett. And then they had like Guthrie and Silly
my old high school.
from Emory, or even
who's that guy that was on Pickering too?
my brother fucking Jamal Gatali who went to Jarvis.
Oh, with the Jarvis.
Yeah, Jay got like, cause I remember like,
he played Yates that year
I played Yates that year too, but like he was a shot blocker. Like I didn't talk anything you put up like was not going in.
There's a lot of guys.
And then he started
never
like
got the chance.
like polish his game. Musa too. Like and then they had that next guy. There was another guy outside of Musa. There was a D's guard. Like he was like a strong body guy, but like they had guys like.
Jarvis had a low key.
Yeah, had a low key team like. And Eastern was just Eastern.
Eastern was Eastern.
Eastern was Eastern. We all know the intangible. Like that's just a legendary school in the city. You know what I mean? So
was the other guy that kicked my ass.
Yeah.
He kicked my ass. I did not expect. Like I was always the fastest guy.
Yeah.
I didn't expect to play someone that tall. Like
that tall.
He was
that
6'6", 162.
Yeah.
To be that fast.
That fast. Mike got busy.
I said, "Oh my god!"
For a guy his age, because I remember
but
like
he couldn't shoot to save his life.
Yo, yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
don't do that.
Yo, because like it's
for
his age. Like he was playing with guys. He was playing. I remember he played bounce my age.
Yeah, he's only a year younger than us, I think.
Yeah. He played bounce my age. This is when like Derek Osei from Carr was on bounce and jabs and this is the Pats, Dylan and them, Grandy. That's when they had two teams. That's when they split. They had Steven, they had Junior, they had RJ. Like I remember these guys.
You know who was good too?
Shout out to my man Jizzle.
Jizzle, come on,
Filipino guy.
Legend.
One
time.
My friend was only one too. CJ is it?
Yes, BJC.
Yes,
that's what Wiggy.
Him and the curly hair guy.
We used to call him Terry Fox.
He looked like Terry Fox. Yeah,
that's what. But he was a mid-range assassin. Yeah, Greg. Yeah, yo, that was a mid-range assassin. Because BJC got busy though. Wiggy and fucking KG. Like that was a squad. And CJ and Jermaine, the lefties that was a lefty backcourt. Like lefties are very dangerous. Shout out Matthew Wright though too, because. But that made Martin go.
I paid that guy. I paid him. Who put up? He scored 11 points in a row.
Listen, I've never seen anyone with a more comfortable 3-point range.
Yeah, remember who put up?
At a very young age, like other than him and Rob Gagliardi. You mean like Bert? Like
rest in peace, the legend.
Yo,
he's not dead, but the legend is gone.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like yo. I don't care what anyone said. Yo,
shot
Rob
just
G
like-
got busy.
The man shot like
his
Jake
form was
Shuttlesworth.
unorthodox,
He shot
but
like
like
Jake
it was crazy.
He
like,
shot like
and I see
Denzel
it
and he
live,
got
like,
game.
Oh yeah, they had that
Car.
Yeah, that epic battle.
Yeah.
And he went to like
Yeah.
10 schools.
Yeah, but like at Carb, we had the epic battle where he scored 33. He scored 22 and a half.
And his shot was like Jake, two
Yeah.
hands.
But like it was crazy. It was fast break threes. It was a combination of things that no one could have stopped. And I was just like, yo, like, cause then KT started going. I'm just like, and that's Kevin Thomas. Like, you know, like people started getting busy after that. Cause Jonathan Toe was getting busy after that. Everyone started clicking on all cylinders. That's what I'm saying. There was guys like I will never like the epic. Even like with Oakwood, like Ranger, Julian Cart, Jamie. Like there was guys like just at different levels and different. And we all look forward to seeing each other because the smoke was real.
Facts, bro.
Fucking Kevin Blake, like that guy was an android. Like there was a couple people that were like Dwayne noticed, like just built way before their time. They're built for the physicality of the whole game. Like they were ready.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, yo, if it wasn't for guys like Jason Khalees and Derico and these guys that
100%.
were built the legacy before I got to Pope. Like, who says I would have been able to do the great things that I've done to carry on their legacy, bro.
Yeah.
When I went to high school, those are the guys that I looked up to. Jay Cali, that's a big bro. You know
100%. He's certified.
Yeah,
I remember.
for sure.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I remember when I like moved to the East End, and like I was like just kind of getting familiar with the area and going to these runs and stuff like that. That's how I met like guys like Bam. That's how I met like a bunch of guys who built better relationships. And they're like, yo, you're from the West, and it's like they see me hoop, and like that's where we all kind of garnered the respect for each other outside the court. It was one of those situations where it was like we all just kind of like were like, yo, you went here, you did this, you did that. Like this is and then we play with you, like, okay, you're good here. Yeah. That's exactly how it all started, like for real. Like I couldn't believe it. It was amazing. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Yeah, sorry. Slide.
Got another question. Wow, that was a trip down memory lane.
But the thing is, I love it because that's.
I started sweating. I started thinking about that stuff.
History, bro.
Yeah, because then, honestly, that's a conversation for us. I feel like can go on forever because you can go into people like CK. You can go into guys like Darnell Walters. You can go to Ronaldo Dixons. You can go to Daniel Mullings, who didn't go to like big name. Like,
can I say something about Daniel Mullings?
360 to win a game.
Can
like,
I
you don't do
can
that.
I say
Like,
something about Daniel
he's the
Mullings?
only human. Yeah, I'm dead ass. Like, yo, that's my brother. Like, I love that guy. From the first, I always tell this story, but like, he was the first person to ever block my dunk. The only person to ever block my dunk. Like I came down on fast break. I'm gonna tear the rim off. I pull it back. And the ball's out my hand. This is that hoop dunk. He beats it off the backboard. He chased me down. No one chases me down, and I'm a leaper.
Let me say something about Daniel Mullings. I have a similar story between Daniel Mullings and Justin Edwards.
And who?
Justin Edwards.
Oh yeah.
I grew up playing house league with Justin Edwards. His mom used to coach us. His dad coached us. We played Can 6 together. Whatever.
Shout out
Right.
Can 6.
Justin before the braids.
Justin with the braids. With the braids.
Sorry.
With the braids. The braids down to it.
With the braids.
Yeah, down to his mid back.
Yeah.
Bro.
Right? Always clean. Never fuzzy.
Yeah.
Right. So Mullings, we used to play against each other when we were kids, and he was little. I'm like, oh, perfect. We used to go head to head, back and forth. Me and Mullings. Stopped playing OBA for a little bit. Right. Because like him and I used to beef, like to the point where like the beef was like we didn't like each other. Yeah. I played Mullings. It was like if I throw an elbow, I'm throwing an elbow to hurt you. If you throw an elbow to hurt me. Right? Stop playing OBA. I get sent a link of this video. Right? Some guy dunking. I'm like, oh man, this guy's nice. Yeah. I go, who's that? They go, it's Daniel Mullings. I said, no, it's not. I said, because he was the same height as me and I can't dunk. Yeah. I looked him up. The man was like 6'3". I said, what Fruit Loops was he eating that I wasn't? Same thing with Justin Edwards. Yeah. We were the same height. He always played up to my. He was a year younger than me. He always played up to my age. Yep. Same coaches, most of our childhood. Didn't see him. Moved to Durham. Saw a light skinned guy. Whaps and threes, dunking. I said, "Who's that?" Like, that's Justin from Can 6. I said, "No, it's not, because he's the same height as me." I met him up. Saw him at the Billy Center. I was like, "Holy shit! What the fuck are you guys eating that I'm not?" Yeah. Like and now look at them grow.
Yo, honestly,
prospering.
Yeah.
And that's the crazy thing, like to be able to sometimes even at this position to be able to play in these tournaments and and play with guys that we kind of grew up competing against, and having that sense of, you know, competitive spirit, and to share that same, you know, drive, and, you know, to be able to see guys in different levels kind of
mixed together.
You know what I mean?
It's even cool just to go to like even like your Rumble in the Jungle on Friday. Well, I wasn't playing in it obviously, but like there were guys there who were watching that all used to get down, and I saw guys in the court that used to get down. But when the game ended, I'm coming up talking to you, coming up talking to, you know, Negus and Mullings and Smiley Sanchez and Derico, all guys that like, you know, we all.
That's the
used
thing,
to,
like these are legends.
like there are people like who like who may not play like. Who, like myself or who don't play like that no more. Like, you know, we'll go to a run and, you know, have some fun and everything like that. But like,
no, I still get busy.
But like, I want
like,
to talk about you.
Yeah, because I play games. I tell my brother, I tell everyone, like, games up to 21, all ones, no breaks.
Okay, let's go.
That's pressure.
That's how you get in shape.
That's it. That's how you get in shape. That's all cardio.
Invite me down to the condo. I'm there. I'll bring the kicks. I'll strap up one more time.
I play like I'm playing like this for like weeks on end, like 2-3 games, and like
that's the type of
my
stuff.
boys, I'm like, my brother always like, yo, let's play one. I'm like, we'll play, but we're playing my rules, like 21 all ones, cardio. Let's do this.
I'm down.
Lungs are someone's gonna yak. I'm not yakking though. So
no, I'm gonna call you my next day off. I'm saying, yo, you're off. Okay, cool. And then we go get some wine after.
Because the pull-up Jimmy's off the 1 foot. Like the 1 foot runners are like legendary now. That's it. And that's the thing. You specifically remember players for like their like strongest asset. Like Greg Merritt, like mid-range pull-up. You know that if he beats you off on like he's hitting that Jimmy.
One dribble.
I never like more like super efficient. Even like, Scott Laws.
Like he did.
Scott Laws will go. Scott Laws will play the rim on you. You look at Scott. Yeah, he's built. He got good shoulders, but it's like. He
Scott
also
had great shoulders. Don't disrespect the shoulders.
Yo,
the man had great shoulders.
He was built like he was. Him and Alex Arthur when that Sacred Heart team, and then they had that guard. Like they were built. Like, you know what I mean. But like
even like the Jamba team that was older than mine was pretty good. They had Scott Laws. They had
forgetting Adrian Tomlinson.
That Adrian Tomlinson. He was on that team.
He put people in a blender.
Who else? Who else they had?
Eastern. Okay, so
West Hill.
Yo, you know what? Alright, so Eastern was a bit more raw and tamed, but AT West Hill was like all Canadian AT.
Like,
no, I seen him twist Brady.
When they told him to when they let
spin cycle.
AT was like
spin cycle I've ever seen. Yo, Brady came down, hit the deepest tray ball on him, and AT's like, AT came down.
He was like, you know he was like I compare his high school arrows like this. His Eastern part, the last part was first half of the year Trae Young. You know, I'm new to the league. Yeah. I'm still nice. I'm still doing my thing.
Still raw.
Right?
Yeah.
Not even just raw, like just, you know, I'm controlled. West Hill was when the coach said, go nuts.
Yo, go ape shit.
Go nuts.
Javal was there. Dwayne was there. Like, you mean they had guys. Taylor, like, they had guys.
This is like,
and Taylor was a 6'7" like shooter. Like, he was a shooter. Like, what, Buckingham?
Yeah.
That's real?
Yo, I was gonna just bring up before, you remember Crown Magazine, bro?
Yeah, I remember Crown Magazine, Keaton Cole, KK, all of them. Like, come on.
Crown Magazine.
You made Crown Mag, bro. Before the Instagram era.
Yeah, before the Instagram era.
Bro, you was a guy, bro.
You was a guy.
I'm gonna change the topic. Keep it basketball related though.
Yeah,
for sure.
Given the I don't know what I'm gonna say. Anyways, quiet stay or go.
I think so what I've seen and then what I think makes the most sense, I think him staying for 2 years and getting a player option afterwards makes the most sense for him.
I like it. Because he gets the money.
Yeah, you know what I mean? He's 2 years, 70 mil, player option afterwards. You know what I mean? I think that makes a lot of sense. I think that's what we should do because then we still have wiggle room to add other pieces to our bench. You mean, I don't see him staying for a max. I don't see it.
If he comes back 2 years and then sign for a super max, and then he's settled into his 30s and then he's living.
Yeah.
Shit. I mean, I just feel like right now it's a LA thing, man.
Yeah.
Lakers or Clippers?
I don't know. That's
He just thinks it's LA.
Yeah, that's his home. That's where his heart is.
Home is where the heart is always. Like, I feel like the mission is already done here in Toronto.
Yeah.
He over delivered. I feel to be able to win.
Did he over deliver?
I just thought final.
That's pressure.
Yeah, so to be able to do that in their first year, like no disrespect.
If he comes back, there's gonna be a lot of pressure.
What
I
more
never
do
thought
you
about
need
that.
to do? Like you've accomplished everything that people wait their
outside
whole
of
career.
just
people wait their whole
retaining it,
careers to win a ring. You did it in 1 year.
In 1 year.
So
He
now
came, he
I
saw, he
feel like-
conquered.
Yeah, so I feel like that chapter is closed, and now going forward, like you said, if it's a Toronto thing, it's going to be a short-term deal. But I really believe that you can't really sell, other than winning, Toronto can't really sell a lot of things when you're talking about business and the market.
Yeah.
Especially
LA,
for a guy that's like been.
LA is
Yeah.
a whole nother world. New
Yeah.
York City is a whole nother world. You see it in
100%.
Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant leaving, like I said, an emerging market in the Bay Area to go to play in a developed market as in New York. You know what I mean? You see Kyrie Irving leaving his management to go to Rock Nation.
Rock Nation.
You know what I mean?
It's a big move.
Power move right there.
Right there. Like,
You know what's crazy too? I think about this whole Kawhi situation, right? Like that Jay-Z verse comes to line.
when you said it just now.
Yes, I came, I saw, I conquered from record sales to sold out concerts.
Yeah.
If you want more, scream out your lungs some more.
Yeah.
That's essentially what's happening.
That's what's happening right now, right? But Toronto's screaming a little bit too loud.
Yeah, I
The
think,
people.
and it's just like it's crazy, man, because at the same time, like it's good energy for the city. We want him back, but in all honesty, man, we can't get mad if he leaves.
Yeah,
He's
at least
given
I
us
can.
everything
The
that
people
we-
who are gonna get mad are the people who became basketball fans.
It's like 3
Just
weeks
on-
ago.
No,
Yeah.
April, whatever, when the playoffs started.
June 13th.
Yeah.
I said June 13th.
That's the day it won. Oh.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
the day before.
Yeah, it's
No, that's the
crazy.
day it won. June 13th is the day it won.
I thought it was the
It'd be crazy though, because
2019. You made the video.
Yeah. We made
yeah.
the video, yeah.
I'm drunk, so.
I'm like a really big historian head, so I would love to see history being made, being the first NBA player in history to win on 3 different franchises.
Yeah.
So if you could go to LA and
But the thing is,
And cultivate a champion.
get that same little time.
LeBron-
talking about the Clippers. Though.
Yeah. Oh, the
If he goes to
Clippers.
the
Yeah.
Clippers,
Ooh, yeah.
If he could win with the Clippers,
If you go to the Clippers, they could win. I think so.
That'd be crazy.
Because they got 2 games against Golden State with nobody.
Yeah.
With me.
Well, that's the pitch.
With us 4, Pat Bev, and Doc Rivers.
Absolutely.
That's the pitch,
True
though.
indeed. True indeed.
And you got Jerry West.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's definitely, man, that's gonna be like something that I'm literally that's what I'm looking towards. Like
Yeah,
I want to see
100%.
first how he makes the whole announcement. If it's gonna be like live media, is it gonna be like knowing Kawhi, like he probably won't do that.
It'll be the most, very,
It's going to be a tweet. Kawhi
Yeah.
stays.
like on his Twitter, he's like, I'm staying, and then, or I'm going.
It's
Excuse me.
just that's what we're all awaiting and knowing.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's definitely I was hearing from a lot of sources. It was an LA thing. I was following Chris Bouchard. He was saying LA, Stephen A.
I don't believe anything Chris Bouchard says, though.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, no, I'm excited though.
Stephen
Cuff though, kind of convinced me for a
I don't give a
second.
damn about Cuff. Cuff's is a regular guy like us with more followers than me. That's all it is.
You know what? I'm just enjoying this whole free agency trade.
It's crazy.
Because even just I think there was I read something somewhere where they said in the first 2 days, $3 billion worth of trades.
$2.8 billion were spent compared to the NHL's $600 million.
Yeah.
It's crazy because look at guys like from pre-era. Like imagine if a guy like Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan was playing in this
Oh man,
era.
it'd be a different.
They would have been maxed out.
That's the other question I have now. Gilbert Arenas and Lou Will went on their podcast.
Yeah.
On Gilbert Arenas' podcast saying the players of like the 90s and before not necessarily wouldn't cut it, but wouldn't be as good as they are in today's NBA.
Well, the game has evolved.
Yeah.
And like it's evolution.
I think so. Like I don't see Scottie Pippen in today's NBA.
It's definitely.
I
Give them the same nutrition.
Yeah.
I always think like if you give them the same nutrition and like
No, you
It's
can
a
be
different-
healthy, but it comes down to skill.
No,
Yeah.
I just feel like the game has changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
The skill is different.
the game is watered down in terms of like the physicality of it.
That's
obviously.
100%.
It's more so to protect the players now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's
Absolutely,
they're protecting their product. But
and they're generating a high amount of revenue.
yeah,
Especially
you have to
if
protect
they're
that.
doing, you need TV deals and stuff like that. But
But when it comes down to skill, what do you think?
I'll
Yeah.
say raw talent 100% nowadays, you have a guy like Kyrie Irving, once in a lifetime player. Skill.
Yeah.
We're talking about skill.
Yeah.
The art of finesse is Kyrie.
Like look at like 50 years from now, you're gonna see Kyries that are just.
Yeah, you have a guy like Kevin Durant, 7-foot guy that can
How
play.
do you
just
put Kevin Durant in the 90s?
You know.
Oh, it'd be a
He'd cook.
problem.
Christian Laettner would be sauced out. Yo,
He's already eating land now.
And
Like
that's the
imagine
thing,
this.
like players, like legends would get like
Even like you put
man.
like LeBron.
Like Kareem. That's the thing. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was not Kareem. Sorry. Well, he was for his era.
Transcendent, yeah.
Transcendent. But like Hakeem.
Hakeem would do good in today's NBA.
But Hakeem was the pacemaker.
Yeah.
The art of the fake, the art of the okay, I'm gonna hit you with this, then I'm gonna go right here.
There's only a
If
few
you're not
players
aware
I
of where
think
the
from the
rim is.
90s that could come to
And
today's
survive.
NBA.
Yeah.
Like Shaq,
Yeah.
number one.
Yeah, Shaq, and that's another one. Like he was
Yeah.
the Aristotle. That's
Yeah,
the big
Shaq,
that's what he calls himself. You know what I mean?
Hakeem. To be honest, everyone says MJ would score 50 in today's era. I don't think so.
For sure, absolutely.
You know what?
MJ didn't have a lot of moves.
Right?
Yes.
No,
It's very
but
simple.
the thing is, he kept it simple, but
Yeah.
his tenacity.
Yeah, yes, that's the thing. Yeah,
Michael
Like-
Jordan, he was the guy that could kill you from the mid post.
Yeah.
The
That's the thing.
high post.
Yeah.
Right. It's just
Essentially,
simple.
yeah.
He wouldn't have to shoot as much threes.
Like he knows
No.
his spots.
Yeah.
Like he
And
knows
he's
his.
very
he
efficient.
knows his
Yeah.
spots, but
You know
things
what
though,
I'm
like
saying?
if you look at his like just look at the moves he did. Like if you put, again, this is just speculation.
Yeah.
Like let's just say we put like Kawhi, think of the best defender on Michael Jordan. That little doof, doof, doof.
But
the ball is not. It's not as tight.
MJ was that for his era. He was
Yeah.
a defender, and but the thing is, that's what makes that's what.
I'm not saying
that's-
he could defend. I think he
but-
could
but
defend in
that's
this
where
era.
the two-way player kind of stems
Yeah.
from. Because prior, like when I really think about it, I don't think there was a really amazing two-way player until
Gary Payton.
but that's MJ era.
Yeah,
Okay.
I could say Scottie Pippen too.
Yeah, Scott too, 100%. But that's MJ era. Like outside of that.
Before that?
Before that, who was there?
Like it was a big man league. It was
Like
still
Yeah,
a big
it's
man.
very-
Elgin Baylor.
It's just
like-
when Michael came and he's just
George
like,
Kirby,
yeah.
the Iceman, like you know what I mean. It's like I'm spitballing here, but it's like
Because now it's the point guard league.
yeah, because
they-
when you say and this is just me personally, but it's like when I say MJ, I think Kobe, but then I think Kawhi, simply because of player efficiency, the simplicity of their moves, and just their sneaky athleticism. MJ not so sneaky because MJ legit gave guys the work.
Kobe
then
and MJ was a
would-
sneaky athleticism.
Yeah, it was like legit. Like Kobe would come down on a fast break, get the ball, be able to put the ball behind his back, Euro step, and then reverse
Kobe
dunk,
would
all
jump
over the goal,
up
like-
and think that you think he's gonna dunk on you, and then go under the rim and dunk on you.
that level of coordination was
I hate that
unreal.
guy, by the
Like
way.
I remember that out
That's
in the
different
past too.
story.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's like so you think about these scenarios and these moments in time where these guys have done these things and these monumental things, like Kawhi hitting that big game winner against Philly. Like
Beautiful.
These are things that you see and you look at history and you're like, yo, like Kobe's hit his number of game winners.
Okay, I'm gonna ask one more question.
Yeah.
And wrap it up. Who is the best Raptor ever?
Oh, Kawhi Leonard.
No.
Okay. No.
Kyle Lowry.
That's what you going Kyle Lowry?
Yep.
I don't.
So-
I'm not gonna disagree with you.
Kyle Lowry.
Because I can go based on a number of different things.
Oh yeah, we could, yeah.
Because there's an argument to be had, and I'm gonna play devil's advocate. There's an argument to be had for Chris Bosh. There's an argument to be had for DeMar. There's an argument to be had for Vince. Right.
I don't see
Kyle Lowry,
Bosh
but-
so much, but I see DeMar and things.
Yeah, but like you know what I mean. It's like the level of impact and the.
Do you think Chris Bosh had that much of an impact?
Oh, for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Absolutely.
Because there was
I
one
love Chris
point.
Bosh.
There was, I know.
I'm Chris Bosh's biggest fan.
I think it's just he's underappreciated at this
No
point.
one
Yeah.
can tell me there's a bigger Chris Bosh fan in the world than this guy.
It's just more like
But-
Vince had put us on the map. DeMar like achieved a lot here, and then Kawhi just
Came and got it done.
Got
Like-
it done.
like,
What-
It's just-
luck
yeah.
of the
Who
draw.
was constant?
Yeah, through all that. Yeah,
It's
Vince and Kyle Lowry.
yeah,
Vince and Kyle Lowry.
Vince and Caleb 100%. But it's like for me, I'm gonna say Vince because I remember the Vince Carter charity games. For me, that's like
those were the
like,
things
They got
I
jiggy.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like I remember going to those things, and like I remember looking forward to seeing him put on a show.
Yeah.
Like
It's
doing
just a show.
doing a 360.
Yeah, he's an entertainer.
Yeah, doing a 360 windmill off the wrong uncoordinated.
The thing too with Vince is that we wouldn't have a team in Toronto today if it wasn't for him.
Yeah.
Because we were gonna sell.
Yeah. It'd have been like Vancouver.
Yeah. And then we would have just been
Shout out Sharif Abdul-Rahim.
regular guys. Shout out Sharif. His son is one of the top players in the country,
I
by the
know.
way.
Yeah,
Doing
speaking
work.
of which, yeah.
The reason why I say quiet is just when the trade happened, it was just like that was the first time.
I was mad.
I wasn't mad. Like it was just the first time. I'm like, we might actually make the finals.
I was mad.
Yeah.
I wasn't mad. I was obviously it's a bit of a shell shock thing because I'm a big DeMar fan since he was in high school.
Yes.
And he like played at Compton
I
High.
was
Like
had
I
a chance
watched
to
all
play
his
him, but we
games.
didn't have enough money to go to the tournament.
You know what I mean? So it's like, and that's the thing, like playing. There's some guys in the NBA now that I've had the liberty to play, and they're not fun to play.
No. I played
like
the
John
most
Wall
times.
is a one-man press
played
breaker.
John Wall. I don't
Like
wanna
John
play
Wall's
him.
a one-man press break.
He's a criminal, by the way, but
Yeah.
he's a crook.
You know what I mean?
Stealing checks. Don't get me started on that.
Biggest finesse of the NBA. John Wall.
No, Chris Paul.
No, leave the. Oh, it's John Wall. It's John Wall. At least Chris Paul will play a game next year. At least Chris Paul playing a game next
John
year.
Wall is not making $45 million when he's 37 years old.
But he probably.
All right.
2021.
Huh?
Yeah.
He's making 47 in 2021.
Who?
John Wall?
John Wall will be 32.
Yeah,
He'll
but
still be
you know
just-
what?
he's
At
still-
that age, it should be a vet
And
min.
fat.
It should be a vet min, like you know what I mean. Like or you should be winding down.
Chris Paul's gonna be 37, making $45 million.
I bet you.
You know what?
Better.
It's
Sorry,
those
I
I
eyes.
bet you Chris Paul's better than
It's
32-year-old.
100%. It's 100% those eyes.
I have a list. I was telling these guys today actually of the FBI's most wanted in the NBA.
Oh, nice.
It's
Caldwell
John Wall
Pope.
number one.
John Wall.
Free Caldwell Pope.
It's John Wall number one.
Let him go to away games.
Oh, his ankle bracelet.
yo, he had a whole but the thing is, his home games he played like he hooped though. Like I don't think he had Caldwell Pope. He when he couldn't travel
He
with
couldn't
the
travel with
Lakers.
teams.
Oh yeah, because he was at.
Because he had an ankle bracelet.
Like he had an ankle bracelet.
You know, he's
No
still-
one
home
knew.
games.
Yo, there was a whole year. No one really took in that he could not travel.
He couldn't travel.
He was
'Cause he had
only
a-
at
like
home
for a
games.
month.
And
Yeah.
he started
No,
to it.
it was when he was in Detroit.
I thought it was in LA.
Was it the Lakers?
It was Lakers. No, it was
like
with
a
the
couple
Lakers.
years ago.
No, when he was with the Lakers, it was with the Lakers.
Wasn't he just with the Lakers this year?
I think
That's
it
what I'm
was this year.
saying.
I think
It was
this-
very recent.
It was either last year
Or the year before.
Yeah, but yeah, he had an ankle bracelet. He couldn't leave. He couldn't leave the state.
He couldn't stay.
Because I remember.
But the thing is, he only played home games, but he put up numbers. I don't care what anyone
only let
said.
him
No, but that was around the time that they got
Legendary.
hurt too. They got hurt
They
too.
only let him.
Yeah.
They only
So
took
he
the
was
bracelet off. Home games.
Home games.
because he did something in
Yeah.
Detroit, but like
Yeah, but like when he practiced, he had a bracelet on.
And a bracelet on.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
that's the
No,
funny,
that's the thing.
that's one of
Like,
the funniest things I've ever.
funniest thing ever. But the thing
He
is,
got in trouble in Detroit and could only play home games.
but he put up numbers. Like I
This guy
can't.
just hooping 41 games.
Yeah.
bro.
That's living life.
Yo, he lived.
Right?
He lived the life Phil Jackson
He's
wanted.
Playing LA.
He lived the life. He lived the life Phil Jackson wanted.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Half the season.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he had an ankle bracelet on.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Crazy.
Anyways, wow, how long was this episode?
This is like 2 hours.
I like
Almost
this
2
one.
hours.
This is
Right.
good. But no, this is good because we had a lot of content here.
56 minutes.
I would say like listening to y'all guys like
Yeah.
talk about the high school. I was like, damn man, I wish I.
Yo.
You should have played, man.
Yeah, but that was a confidence.
God
That was a
damn.
But the thing is, you see it. It's
Yeah.
like this is history, and this is like what the culture is kind of based around now. It's like a lot of things that we are all doing. The reason why we're all still interconnected.
I gotta say one
is
more thing
because
before you finish.
Of basketball.
Yeah.
This
I think-
idiot right here, I'm gonna
Yeah.
call him an idiot. I always said he could play,
Yeah.
but when it came to actually playing,
Yeah.
it's just
It's a confidence.
It's a
thing.
confidence thing.
I remember one time that we were like playing 1-on-1 and I
No,
got you.
I remember when you finally played in our men's league a couple
Yeah.
years back.
Can I tell that story?
Yeah, because like
No, it
once
wasn't the
you-
men's league. It was the tournament. That
It was the turn.
ATB one.
Oh,
The
yes, the
ATB
ATB one.
Yeah.
The one that Stern
Yes.
ended up like dunking
Yeah,
on, and
dunking
it was
on.
the best highlight.
Yeah.
I remember. So we went to your house.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, you like, yo, I need the money.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, well, let's
Yeah.
just make it an event. Let's just hang out.
Yeah.
Right. Went to your house. Brought Baby T because he was gonna play.
Yeah, yeah.
Brought
He
Jamar.
played. He played. Yeah, he played.
Terrell played because we all know Terrell can
Yeah.
play. right? And then I brought Jamar just because we all knew him. He was just gonna come along, and we needed one more guy. And I was like, "Yo, Jamar, play."
I had like $20 in my
Yeah, and then
I randomly had $20.
And it was like, I remember you were like, you were a little hesitant, like, I was like,
Oh, was this the one at St. Basil's?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I played.
Yeah. Yes.
And I was
Because
like-
Schroes team ended up winning that whole thing.
And I
Yeah.
was like, yo, he could play. They're like, I said, give him the chance. He could play. I'm like, all right, fine. The tournament's tomorrow. We need a guy. Jamar gave us $20. First game comes. It was me, you, Stern, Curtis, Terrell.
Yeah.
Right? We're playing. Yep. I said, I took myself off. I said, Jamar, play.
Yeah.
Jamar, keep it. Waps.
Right away.
Mid range.
Yeah, and it was all mid range jimmies. And I'm just like,
I
yo,
remember
like,
you looking at me, just like I was like,
Very few.
yeah.
I running back and I'm like, yo, I remember Curtis threw a pick for me, cut, and I just remember you just threw a dime.
Yeah.
And I just remember.
and I was like,
I dropped the spicy. I dropped it off to him, and I'm like, this guy's hitting.
I've never been so happy to sit on the bench in my life.
Oh, 100%.
I was like, I told you guys.
I'm like, let's get busy now.
And then we lost. And then we lost in the finals.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's
part of it is
that's
because
the story of our life. We always make it to the finals.
Stern went to
We
work.
just get, like,
Stern went to work that day.
No, because even without Stern. No, we were.
No, even
the game
without
was
Stern,
close.
yeah.
The game was close.
The game was close.
No, it's just when we went to the finals when we played that Bibby.
But the game was. But we had no subs.
Yeah,
we got gassed.
Yeah, that's exactly what
We
happened.
got gassed.
Because by the time like third, fourth quarter came around, we were like, yo,
Yeah, we're like
We got to the finals too.
we got to the finals.
Yeah.
Yo, we fought our way to the finals.
we fought our way.
Yeah, it was a scrap. Yeah, it was
Anyways,
a time.
this was a good episode. This is our first 2-hour episode.
Yes.
Shout out Hussein. Shout out Hussein, aka Twin, aka the man, aka.
Tell them, give everyone your handle. Your
I'm not
social
done my
media.
AKAs.
I know. I'm sorry you're not doing your AKAs, but I just gotta make sure, so.
I'm starting all over.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
hit him with the AKAs.
Shout out
AKA.
Hussein, aka Twin, aka TwinGQ, aka Canadian Drew Lee, Canadian Dykeman.
Heard you.
100%.
The aka the community builder,
Keep
aka
going.
Rumble in the Jungle,
Keep going.
aka Muhammad Ali at
Keep
Pope
going.
John Paul, Never Give Up, Rope a Dope.
Keep
AKA
going.
the man of the hour on this episode. All right,
Keep
I'm
going.
done. I ran out of AKAs.
Appreciate it.
Do your thing.
Y'all
Yeah.
can find me on Instagram. My personal handle is at TwinGQ. My business inquiry, you can find me at tgq.inc. And I'm in your local community. I'm outside. It's the summertime. We gonna get right, man. Thank you guys for
100%. You know
having
the
me.
vibe.
P.O.D. You already know it's love.
Let's hoop.
Yeah,
Let's get together and play some basketball.
Let's get
Word.
busy. Let's get busy one day. I'm
Maybe
always
T, you're
down.
invited.
Let's
Are,
get it.
are you healthy? Oh wait, I don't know. I still know what episode.
We'll be ready for mentally.
This episode.
We'll be ready for mentally.
I'm gonna check right now.
No, this is
Check-
episode 5.
Is it
Episode
5?
4 was Fun Guy.
Episode 4 was fun, guy.
Yeah.
All right, podcast.
Episode.
That's
No,
right.
podcast.
So
Over 2 hours.
Yeah.
Episode 5, our longest episode yet. Everyone listen. Shout out Tristan Stern for calling in. Shout out the bartenders.
Oh, the people behind the scenes.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Salute to you guys. Come on. It's gotta go.
Chifa. That's all you guys. Thank you very much for coming out, supporting.
Yeah.
All right, we out.
We